tonight. Tonight we're coming from Homestead with our All-Star Open here as the first race. Glad to have, like I said, last week was our last race of the regular season at Texas, where Picola, I believe, kept hold on for to be regular season champion. This week we have our All-Star events here from Homestead. This first race here is going to be the All-Star Open, where we got possibly 6 guys out of this race going to be qualifying for the actual All-Star. So, like I said, this is just our little fun week here in between before the playoffs start next week. So, we're going to have a few guys out on the track here with me tonight from the booth as in-race reporters. And we're going to have Long Live the Sauce, the
Yes,
man
sir.
behind the scenes, putting this all-star event pretty much all together. He had all the ideas and he come up with the formats. And then we're also going to have broadcaster Clay. Everybody knows him from helping me out in the booth on the cup races.
Yeah, and we got the All-Star race later tonight that I'll be
Right.
broadcasting.
And also we're going to have Sludge
Hey,
too out there
unless
racing.
you make it, Clay.
Right.
Hey,
That's why I didn't want to say that, Clay. I was like, I wasn't going to jinx you. That's all. I was like, I wasn't going to jinx you. And we're also going to have a third guy out on the track. It's going to be Sludge. And so we're going to have plenty of guys out on the track with some eyes out there for us. So, but we're just waiting here to get the green light to.
someone send me an invite, please.
They already qualified, and I believe Braves come home with the pole.
Derek Hope. He won the fan vote last year and made it all the way to the final. So look out for him tonight. He's a gamer.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
for
and
sure.
wanted to mention this too. You said Sludge was out on track. He's actually already locked into the All-Star race, so he's not in this All-Star Open, but he will be later this evening.
He's our lap spotter for tonight.
Gotcha.
All right, timer's gonna go. So yeah, it should be. We're just a rundown of this Open. It's 3 stages, 25% normal tire wear, and we're gonna have high draft going on. So the top finisher in each stage can back out. So stage 1, stage 2 makes it, then the top 3 in the final result, and then the fan vote.
Well, there you have it. So, like I said, we got an exciting night here racing. Like I said, we're boys are going to tackle Homestead. Should be some 2-lane racing. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun night of racing here at Cobra here tonight on this Friday night here coming at you.
We're gonna see who gets in and can take my money tonight.
Yes.
Give me your lunch money.
That's another thing. Sauce has put up $50 to the winner tonight, I believe. He was so.
Hey, it might go up.
We all thank him. Yeah, we don't know. Is it clear to join yet, or your timer still running?
Not yet.
Okay.
You can join.
Yeah, you can join.
You can join. All right. And we're green.
We're just loading up here. Once we load up, we'll take a quick shot through the field and make sure we get everybody that's racing here tonight in the Open, and then we'll pick up the action, and hopefully it should be a wild time.
And no cautions. I don't know if I said that previously.
So it is pretty much a stage shootout. So like I said, we're hauling right along here with the number 10 of Derek Cope. I always call him Braves because that's his old name, but riding along here with the Coper. Number 20 of GTR Jacob was second. GTR Jose Protege. Blakey T. Bad Guy. Bomber 4482, one of the ARCA guys. Warpig, Broadcaster Clay. Turf Tech, TCW, Klein. A good buddy there, the Saucy. Back to Cope. So he's riding around here at number 7. He's got number 14 of, I would assume, Blake T. Getting a run under him, followed by the number 20 of GTR Jacob. So there probably ain't going to be too much spreading out tonight here with these guys. We're running on a high draft, like I said, since it's a special. So there's going to be some serious runs coming during these races tonight, and there really probably ain't going to be too much. I mean, I expect just to see a lot of pack racing here. Riding around here at the number 41 of Jose Protege, riding around in 3rd place with the number 20 of GTR Jacob following him. As they get a run down below, they're going to go 3 wide here with Blakey T in the middle of, between the number 7 and the 41. They kind of spread out a little bit, back double file. But Derek Cope holds on to the lead. Followed by Jose and then Jacob. With Blakey T battling. Oh, he's battling back on the high side with Jose running side by side.
I'm kind of shocked that Derek is running a high line of 3 and 4 and still staying up front. I expect him to be down low, like the actual line he was around this track, like 1 and 2 right now. He's running low, and then 3 and 4, he's running the high side.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Probably testing it out for later. He gets too advanced.
And Sauce, if I am correct, right? So if whoever wins the stage backs out, right?
Yes, correct.
So can anybody give me like a lap count or how many laps this first stage is?
19 laps.
19 laps total?
Correct.
Got it. So you guys on the track, what are you seeing down there?
I'm
two
in the
packs.
2nd pack. I got it's kind of hard to pass a little bit once you get to racing side by side. You lose that draft real quick.
Guys are kind of searching around, seeing what they can and can't do, what works and what doesn't work.
So that's a number 44 Bomber up there with that lead pack. So.
He's one of the more underrated guys in this league. He's pretty solid on the Xfinity, or on the ARCA side of things, I should say.
Yeah, he is. I mean, the little bit that I did spin with those guys down there, I mean, to me, he's actually a real clean racer. And, yeah, it's good to see, like, these guys, they show off their talents a little bit, these guys that were down in ARCA most of the year. You know, it's a good time to show off their skills and stuff because, you know, obviously we'll have a draft again going into next season. So, get their names
And
out there.
that's kind of the idea behind it, getting the cup winners and the Xfinity winners automatically qualify so we can see how they race together in the All-Star race. And then you got a mix of Cup guys, Xfinity guys, and ARCA guys trying to, you know, get them a spot into the race as well right here.
So he right around at number 7, still holds it. Oh, as soon as I said that, he slipped up. He did slip up. Jacob now takes the lead. The number 7 gets a little loose off the corner, got in the number 14 of Blakey T. I know that probably wasn't nothing intentional. I think I watched him get loose off the corner. So it was slight contact. Blakey T recovered. No harm, no foul there. But yeah, our leader is number 20 of GTR Jacob right now, followed by Derek Cope, Bomber, Jose, and Blakey T.
Got
Yeah,
sauce.
I'm right behind them in 6. Finally, I'm
Yep.
kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yep, we got the number 74, Sauce.
We got
there.
7 to go. Are they battling up there, Butters?
Yeah, it's a pretty good battle. They're battling that whole stage, but so far Jacob is he's holding that off. Just kind of like Derek Cope held off the first part of the stage, but I see you. I'm riding along with Sauce right now, and I can see he's actually catching that pack. So it's gonna be. He's got enough time to get there to make it a 6-car battle here for this stage.
Oh, got 3 wide. He might
Yeah.
have a chance to be there.
I mean, he's closing fast. Especially he picks that draft up. He's
Yeah, but Jacob's getting away. Why they do that?
Oh, yeah, there's a little slide job going on right there.
Jose got put in the wall there by the Blakey T that got into him. Right around here with Derek Cope here. He's battling in that 4th spot against the number 44 Bomber. Right, and like I said, Jacob has kind of put a little distance on these guys. Jose gets a hell of a run going down the back chute, going into 3 wide. Can they hold their lines? It looks like he does. He gets the run through the middle off. He clears Bomber, but Derek Cope gets a little more better run off the bottom to maintain that 3rd spot. But here comes 41 again on the outside. He's got to run. See if he can make it stick on the high side as the number 7 rides along on the bottom. It looks like the 7 of Derek Cope has cleared him. But here comes the 41 again also. Now he's got to run on underneath them. They got a big run as they suck up to the back of the 14 a little bit.
Don't look now, but here comes Sauce.
Let me get back to the Sauce. There he is. Yeah, so there's our man in the number 74. He's got to run on down the back chute there. He's pushing the number 7 as they go up around the 41, going into turn 3. And then here you go. Here you have it. Here comes the number 44 underneath. 74 for his run underneath. This is crazy. I like that.
Last lap. Last lap.
We just took the white flag. So here, this is the last lap. So can the number 20, GTR Jacob, hold on to this? He gets the win. He'll be able to back out, and that automatically puts him in the All-Star main event tonight. They go down into 3 and 4. I believe no one's going to have nothing for the number 20 car. So you're going to see your first stage winner there. The number 20 of GTR Jacob has put himself in the main event here for the All-Star. Later on tonight here from Homestead. And there you have it. So as these guys put some adjustments in here, we're going to come down to another. These guys will give me the stage 2 laps, but yeah, these guys are going to get some adjustments in. We're going to line them back up. And we're going to battle it out here to see who wins stage 2.
I think it's 17. And I'm not sure what happened with TCW, but he's in the lead right now, so good on him.
Oh, he just disappeared.
Oh, interesting.
So
Well, we lost TCW.
So TCW is out of the race. I don't know if he had internet issues or if he just, since he didn't pit, he said he figured it wasn't worth it. I'm not sure about that. So as we go down here, we're riding around with the number 41 with the number 14 of Blakey T leading the charge down into 3 and 4. With the number 74 of Sauce running 3rd, 44 of Bomber running 4th, and that red, white, and blue, or Valvoline, or who we got there? Is that Clay?
That'd be me.
That'd be Clay.
Me.
Okay, buddy. So we'll see if these guys can hold together now. We'll see if we can get more of a. If these guys, this pack stays more together here as they challenge a little bit, but. So now we're down to 10 cars, since we got the winner out and TC is out. So we got 10 cars left on the track.
They're racing up front.
There's no doubt. So like I said, we had 12 cars start the race. We're going to have 6 guys.
Big lag out of the 14.
We're going to have 6 guys out of the open going to the main event. So it's pretty much half the field that's going to be able to make the main race with 6 guys going home. So.
Wow. Wow. That was a move, Sauce. Across your nose.
So we got a little bit of a pack here, separation again. Like I said, we got 1, 2,
Stay behind me, Clay.
5 cars. A little bit of a gap then into the second pack again. So in the first pack we got Jose, Blakey, Sauce, Clay.
Clay almost took me out.
And Bomber again.
Oh, Blakey T.
Oh, he got loose.
I tried to give you a shove there, Sauce.
I appreciate it.
And I overdrove the corner in the process.
So with that little bit of a wiggle of Blakey T, has dropped him back into that 5th spot. Now we got the number 41 of Jose with Long Live the Sauce tailing him, putting the pressure on, see if he can make a run. He's trying to keep he's trying to keep broadcaster Clay behind him for that draft, and then they can make a run on that 41.
There's just no way of getting from the pack with this high draft right now. They're 3 wide back there almost.
Yeah, I'm going to jump back to that backpack here a little bit, see what we got going on. Riding around, so Braves, the number 7, he's back there in that second pack, so I don't know what happened, if his setup didn't work, or his adjustments hasn't worked yet, or what's going on, but he's back there battling 3 wide with the 85-36. There's actually 2 number 36s in this field.
Warpig and Klein.
Warpig and Klein. You got to figure out who's driving. Oh, Turf Tech in that green and yellow number 10. And hopefully he's not a Packer fan.
Battle for the lead.
Ooh,
Sauce. We got Sauce. Sauce slides up in front of Jose, but he cannot complete it. Jose crosses him back underneath.
I was trying to see if it would work, you know? I hit the apron pretty bad, not gonna lie.
The 74 still got his buddy there, that 25 there, following him there. They're drafting together.
Now, you gotta be aware, Sauce is a captain and you got one of his drivers behind him. Are they going to work together?
Yeah,
Try to
did
get
they?
soft
They might have had a little talk
to
before the
get.
race and said, no matter what, Clay, you are pushing me. You are not going ahead of me. It's Ricky Bobby and Cal Norton Jr. at its best right there.
Hey, Clay's in a good position right now for himself. He's got to
If
do what he's
you,
got to do at the end.
everybody out there, if you start hearing them holler shake and bake, we know we know what the plan is.
Blakey back and forth. That signal of pitting?
And he just got super loose.
Yeah, everybody's kind of loose. Despite the setups, honestly, everybody's still building loose.
How many laps we got left, guys?
We got 7.
We're down to 7 here, so we got the 41 is your leader. Can he hold on for 7 laps, or can these guys behind him running second through fourth if they can put something together and get a run on old Jose? So, not sure if they're
Hang
going
on to a
to show their cards yet, or if they're going to do something. But it doesn't look like Blakey T wants to play anything nice. He looks like he's out for his own. He's out there racing everybody. He just went in another 3 wide again as Clay and Blakey, little contact there through the corner. They still go down into the corner 3 wide. Blakey T smartly backs out a hair. And that gives the Jose a little bit of room there. He pulls away a little bit as these guys are battling 3 wide behind him.
Oh, I see what the leader's trying to do. He's breaking the draft on the straightaway.
Yeah, and that's it's a good strategy. I mean, you got to do something, I guess, when you're a leader. You got a high draft. You got to do something there as a leader. Otherwise, yeah, you'd be constantly battling in traffic here. Seems like it's working for him a little bit, but like I said, it doesn't help. These guys are battling 3 wide.
Blakey T's around.
Oh, man. You're not going to catch him like this, Clay. But I understand. We racing.
Oh!
Hang on to it. Did we touch?
Yeah, we did. We're good, though. We got Bomber.
Line them up. So we got to be down to 4?
4 or 5 laps.
It was 4 at the line. It'll be 3 at the line here.
Okay, so we're going to our last 3 as Jose, like I said, leads him down into 3 and 4 again as your leader. He's opened up a little bit more of a gap here, but the next 3 guys are kind of lined up. We'll see if they got put enough of a run back to get back to the 41.
That's how this draft works. 1 minute you're single file, the next minute you're 3 wide. It just happens out of nowhere.
So we stay on this lead pack now.
Yeah, he's gone.
Still got the camera riding around with Sauce here with you 3 guys. So yeah, as I said. We're riding around here in that second pack here, riding with 85, bad guy as he's racing
Last lap.
Derek Pope, and I gotta see which 36 that is. Warpig.
And really, us right here, myself, Clay, and Balmer are just racing for a good, restart spot for stage 3.
Right. So as Jose, that 41, leads these guys down 3 and 4. He's coming down for that checker flag to end of stage 2, and that's going to be our winner and our next qualifier for the A-main as he slides her past the start-finish line. for the with the victory slide. So congratulations to Jose, has put him in the main event here at Homestead later on. So far we've got GTR Jacob and GTR Jose Protege has put themselves in the open here through, or the main event through the open. So we got one more stage to go. Remember, not only is the winner going to get in, and it's the second and third place car are also going to be in. And like we said before, we're also going to have a fan vote. So let's see what these guys do, making those final adjustments here for this final run.
I expect it to be pretty close together here. 9 cars? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And the top 3 make it, so
Right, your first, second,
we'll see
third place.
how much people want to battle for that, you know, if they're in second spot compared to third spot.
So I got the camera view
Or first,
on the
even.
chase mode as far as riding around in the last place car of Blakey T. As we look forward here with 9 cars, it pretty much got everybody in the shot. And we're going to see how this all lines out. So now we got our leader is the number 74 of Sauce with Bomber running second and Broadcaster Clay running third. And the battle for fourth is between Derek Cope and Warpig, with Bad Guy and the 14 of Blakey T has moved himself up to. He's battling for that 6th spot. I think he just cleared. Broadcaster Clay must have got into the wall, maybe he got loose.
Indeed.
So that puts Derek Cope in that 4th spot with Blakey T running 5th. With Bad Guy is there's contact again. Oh. Clay and what was the other? Not Warpig. Climb Boy. But he has gathered it back. We were kind of getting to a single file, I believe. We're right around with Sauce on the race view. And it looks like the number 44 Bomber has worked himself into that 2nd spot. But we got the number 36 of Warpig in that 3rd spot now. So these are guys that the first 2 stages they ran in that 2nd pack, and right now, with Sauce kind of putting a little bit of a distance on that next pack, you got a group of cars that are battling. You got 3 cars battling for them last 2 spots right now with Derek Cope, Blakey T, and Warpig. So still got a lot of racing here to go in this stage. A lot of things could happen yet, but yeah, we got some new players here in that this final run here in the open. We're going to jump back to those 3 guys battling. It looks like the 85 Bad Guys joined that party too. But it looks like Clay and Bomber are working well together. I think they are closing the gap also by the looks of things. But Derek Cope just made a move to the bottom side. He cleared for a minute. Oh, there's contact again. They're almost 4 wide going into that turn.
Wide.
Bad Guy has come out the better end of that whole deal as he comes out, clears the pack, and comes out in 3rd place. Followed by the 36 of Warpig. Broadcaster Clay has put himself right back up into contention again with Bomber and Derek Cope. So Derek Cope has went from 3rd place back to 7th, I believe, in 1 lap. 8th, 7th. Yep. Following him is Turf Tech with 36 of Climb Boy riding around in last place. So Blakey T has cleared these guys that are racing behind. He's kind of running by himself. He looks like a equal gap between the leader and the third place car. So um, we'll see if he's got anything
They
to
are
catch.
battling for third back there,
That is true.
or to get to third.
Got some
Well,
bad guys
right
right
now,
now is running your third place right now. We got a pack of 4. If Kleinboy can it keeps that draft, he'll suck up to that group too. So it'll be a pack of 6 chasing after that 85 car bad guy. .36 Warpig gets loose coming off the corner. Seems to maintain it. He goes low with Clay pushing him underneath. Could have been a little bit of contact there, but not. But the 36 of Warpig clears that pack. But the number now you got the number 44 of Bomber gets to run underneath. Does he have enough to clear the 25 as they go down into the turn here? But you got the 36 of Kleinboy now. He has caught that pack and now he's moved up in the midst of that battle. With Derek Cope drawing the short end of that whole last fiasco there. Sludge, what are you thinking?
I'm keeping my eye on Klein because with that mess up on the backstretch I'm involved with, he's fighting his butt off just to get back to the transfer spot. If not, well, as of right now, he's hit on by 44. But yeah, I want to keep an eye on him because he might do a late charge at the end. I don't know how many laps are left, but hope is the dandy to look at.
We're looking at 14 to go.
14
to go.
You've got your all-star field set. Top 3 is not changing because of the draft.
Yeah, if these 5 cars can line up, might look up to P3 and
yeah, if that second pack would just line up here for they could catch that 85. Yeah, it looks like the number 74 and 14 have got themselves, as long as they don't make a big mistake, getting too loose or anything off the corner, they can pretty much conceal this for themselves. The question is the 85 going to be able to hold off that next group coming if they get lined up? That's where it's going to get interesting, is for that third and final spot, I believe. You look back at those guys, it looks like they are lined up. Let me take another look here as they come through the turn.
P4 kind of ducked down, broke the draft from the 7 on the front stretch, and then he wants to try.
I think they're going to get the bad guy.
I don't know, to be honest, because P4 is breaking the draft. 7 wants to work with the guy, but you're just not doing it.
No, they're not going to get up to the third place car because they're too worried about destroying each other and blocking each other and not willing to work together. So that's just what that is. Oh, by the way, I'm gone. By the way, I'm gone. Out of the race. I got wrecked.
Now,
Oh, you got bumped out?
I got wrecked.
Yeah.
Period. But I'll mute so that y'all can finish this.
Tough break, Clay. 10 to go.
Like I said, we're still going to ride around with this second pack. Like I said, yeah, I just don't... it looked like they were going to get to that 85, but yeah, it looks like... It doesn't look...
Might have a good finish between myself and Blakey T.
Is Blakey catching up on you? Oh, yeah.
Here it comes.
got a battle for fourth now. Climbs on the outside, passing 3-6. Cleared them. Now do Klein Boy have a chance to chase down P3 with 8 laps to go?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to it. I was hoping these guys would have stuck together. I was hoping we were going to have a battle for that third and final spot. That's what I was looking forward to when this was setting up. But
it's like I said when he asked me a question, what you think about the All-Star race so far, and I'm keeping my eye on Klein. He's going to do a late charge here. I have a feeling if he keeps it straight. Cause I don't know how loose his car is, but I hope it's going. I want a good finish with P3.
exactly.
Because he's pulling away from the pack that he went through. But I just don't know if he has time.
Back up front here, right around with Saucy, our race leader again. Looking back from his nose, looking at Blakey T, looks like he's being able to maintain that gap now. Blakey did a little earlier make up a little ground, but I think he's kind of, I don't know if he used his tires up too much getting there, but I believe he's just sitting there riding. I don't think he's gaining too much on Saucy.
About 0.7 to a second each lap. It kind of fluctuates.
P3 got really, really loose coming off the exit turn 4. It may have a battle here coming at the final laps for P3. Klein is closing in. You should have like what, 3 laps to go? 2?
Tell you right here.
Yeah, the question, yeah,
3 to go.
Can
3 to
Klein
go.
get to him?
I think he can do it. Who knows?
He's closing in. Just barely though. One screw up by P3.
Yeah,
It's gonna
bad guy
be
gets
Klein.
loose coming off the corner again. He will definitely be there. So we're gonna ride with Klein Boy here for the rest of the race.
He's definitely closing the gap. He's definitely closing. Well, with 2 laps to go. It's gonna be close.
Oh, he drove it in
'Cause
there
it
hard
sounds-
there. Boy, did he drive it in there hard.
I was just about to say, because he drove that car in deep. Hope it sticks. Looks like it did. And he's going to close in. With 1 lap to go this time. He might have
White flag.
I imagine he's gonna drive it in hard deep again here on this turn 1 here.
He's going to do whatever he can do to get that P3.
There it is. Yeah,
He's there. He's there. He's not close enough yet.
Oh, that guy, he bobbled a little bit. He's gonna come up a lap short.
Oh,
Blakey- what's going on, Blakey T?
I don't know what happened right there. He spun out.
Oh no, these guys are.
Oh
Blakey
my
T is gonna miss
goodness.
this.
What? Wow.
What? Blakey T.
Wow.
He's out.
Oh
Your
my.
second place was the 85 and the
Wow.
36 of Klein Boy.
What the heck?
What just happened?
Alright, so, hey.
Well, there you go, boys.
That guy,
There's our-
Klein Boy.
hats
Wow.
off for Kleinboy for not giving up and driving it hard and just hey, that's why you race to the end. I guess that's what they say. Anything can happen,
Yeah.
and it shows that 14 just showed that by his mistake, Kleinboy made himself into the main event. Kudos to
I
that
don't know what
36 car
last
because
up.
that stage he started dead last in that stage, or he started outside of Blakey T, but he was in the last row.
Yeah, I was going to mention that,
So it was a top three.
the early mess up
It
We
we
was
had
had with the other
myself,
drivers.
Kleinboy, and Bad Guy. Just add these guys
Okay.
over.
so Blakey. Tough break for Blakey. He
By
misses the
watching,
field
by watching,
by having he spun out on the last lap.
I believe Bomber's transferring with the fan vote.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We'll close the fan vote in like 2 minutes in the Discord.
I was going to mention well, after the race was over, by watching Klein P4, in my eyes, if you weren't really voting on the vote to advance to the main event, that hard work he did after early mess up
Let's see what the
that he
fan
was
vote's at.
collected in.
Oh, there. People are voting now. There's shit
They're
going
going
on now.
crazy in there.
Trying to get their boy in there.
Alright. Fan vote will stop at 8:55.
So everybody out there watching, your fan
I'll put
vote
it in
is at
Discord.
8:55, guys. 5 more minutes to vote. Anybody who's watching the stream.
So,
Well,
Sauce, got a question for you.
Okay.
Throughout this whole race of stage 1, stage 2, and then the final stage, what does your car feel like for the main event that when you advance?
9 bar.
Now, is that what you're going to be running for the main event?
Yes, sir.
How good it is?
Looks like Braves might get the fan vote. Who knows? Cope. Look at Cope. Yeah, I'm running a 9 bar tonight. So look out.
Now, for me racing tonight, I'm not going to go on a 9 bar. That's going to be way too loose for my handling.
So Bomber right now has 24 votes. Braves has 42.
Wow. And we're coming down to 1 minute here. Is that it? Is he the fan vote once again 2 years in a row?
Yeah, he's up to 46 votes. I don't think Bomber's gonna make her.
I'm looking live right now.
Yeah, I would assume it's safe to say that
Yep.
Braves is
Derek
going to be
Cope.
Derek Cope's
Derek
going to
Cope's
be
the
2
winner.
years in a row or fan vote in to be in that final starting spot in the main event here tonight.
I don't want to talk about it.
We
So we're just gonna.
invite
The lobby will
to the
be up at
party.
9 p.m.
Dude, let's bring him up. Let's bring Derek up.
Bring Derek
Add,
into the booth.
add Derek to the booth. Derek Cope.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, I got him. He's already in the party chat. I'll see if I can get a hold of him.
While you do that, but if we're still live, correct?
You got her.
I'm gonna just go over what the cup, the main
You bet.
all-star format. We're gonna go with segment one. That'll be 35 laps. Normal wear, no flags, no damage, high draft. So that's gonna be the settings throughout the segments, and the top 16 from that will advance, and the winner of the segment starts on the pole for the second one. I have a little 5-minute intermission. We'll do a random field invert. We'll have Butters do a number, and then we'll invert the field based off that. And then 35 laps for segment two, same normal wear, no flags, no damage, high draft. And then the winner will sit on pole for the final segment, and the top 12 will advance. And then for the final segment, we'll have pretty much similar to the open settings. We'll have 67 laps, stages, normal wear, no flags, no damage, high draft. The winner is the only one that matters.
And there you
So
have it. There's your rundown for our main event here tonight from Homestead. There, brought to you by Saucy. There. But yeah, I sent a message to Braves or Derek Cope, and we'll see if he jumps in if he gets the message. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a few words with him quick before by being. I'd like to see what he has to say by being voted in 2 years in a row.
He must have had a big fans behind his back to get him back in the All-Star race.
Derek Cope, shout out to him. He made a bunch of videos last year for the vote. Guess he didn't need those this year. It was out the strength of those.
Right, right.
He probably did the replay of all those videos.
So, like you said, yeah, we're gonna be. I believe Sasa will be going out in a few minutes here. Invites will be going out for the main event, and then we'll be bringing it to you. I think this is going to be super interesting here, this race.
I don't think he's coming. I think he's focusing the car to get it more stable for the main event.
Is Brink coming up here with you, Butters?
I have
You
no
Brink and
idea.
Clay?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Yeah, I know of Clay for sure. I don't know what Brake's plan was.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Here we go.
Alright, I'm gonna start this lobby and then let y'all give a rundown of who's eligible for the field tonight. I have that in the eligibility Discord chat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
We're
right. You have
so we
to be
do.
in that, right?
That's for segment 2 and 3.
So we can yeah, we can quick touch on that. After Sauce said a little bit about how it was going down, the actual format, but the what we come up with the qualifications, the guys that are qualified for the race were any Cup winners since last year's All Star, Xfinity winners since last year's All Star, past All Star winners, and then past champion, Cup, Xfinity, and Truck Series. So just a quick rundown. Looks like we got 24 guys eligible for the run tonight. So we're gonna start out. Just a quick rundown of the entries is Picola Gator, JCR Clashin, Sharp 24, Drunkfest, Mike Marini, Mopawa Celtics, Big Jim, Mike G, Draven, Sludge, Mopower Cat, Higgy, Always Freedom, Mr. Williams, Memory, Mopower Nuka, GTR Mike, Wasted, uh, Loosey Goosey, GTR Jacob is through the open, Climb Boy came through the open, Bad Guy the open, Sauce, Jose, and Braves all coming up through the open. So I said I'm not sure if we got all 24 are going to show up, but those are the drivers that are eligible tonight. I'm guess we're going to have close to 20.
Also, Draven's eligible.
Right, I said Draven, yep. So there's your lineup or your field for tonight. We'll see who actually all gets in or who all shows up for this. So Sludge, what's your thoughts here going into this main race? I know you're in it. Uh, what are your expectations here tonight?
My expectation would be race. Be patient. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to try to stay clean as possible. I'm going to try to avoid the little glitch off of turn two. I don't want to cause any major wreckage with anybody. So main focus, just be patient, keep it clean, and then if I'm there at the end, I'm going to battle and hopefully get that victory.
Hey, yeah, I mean that's going to be that's going to be just I think trying to avoid trouble. I mean that's going to be one of the key factors because you know what these group of guys, these boys are going to go after, especially if they figure out a way to actually race on high, with the draft and for everybody to stay competitive. Yeah, there's going to be some serious. I think there's going to be some good runs. There's going to be some dive bombing. There's going to be some slide jobs, I believe. So it's going to be interesting what these guys pull off here tonight. Sauce, are you guys qualified yet?
Yeah, we're about to start qualifying here. So,
Okay. How many you got
wait
in
for
there?
Clay to get back. We got 16.
16 showed up. Well, that was a pretty good guess then by you earlier.
And if we don't get more than 16, we'll probably just make the cut 14.
Okay.
Just so everybody knows.
Is Clay back with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you any input here on tonight? How you thinking things are going to go, or what you thinking we're in store for, or what's on your mind here tonight for this race, Clay?
Give me a second, and I'm gonna go grab a drink, and then I'll be right back.
Yep, no worries.
Everybody needs a water break. And we're about to set qualifying.
Okay. I'm going to step away for a second, fill up my drink before we get into this.
All right, I should be back. You got me?
Yeah, we got you, Clay. Butters went to get himself a beverage as well.
Yeah, we
so.
got you.
Sweet. Well, gotta be honest, I'm disappointed. Thought I had a car to get myself in the All-Star race, but this is completely falling apart tonight. My mic came unconnected there. But yeah, I'm disappointed. Felt like I could have gotten into the main event, but just happens like that. Some people have hands that they've been dealt.
I'm going to bring up a unique question. Question is, has anybody considered running a dirt off?
We told you, Sludge, go play SRX if you want to run dirt.
Oh, come on now, Sauce. Can't race on asphalt 100% and leave that dirt truck alone.
Ugh.
If we're going to keep doing this little series going and all this stuff, we got to have it once. Just once. Just have it.
So are we qualifying yet for this? What's going on?
Yep, we're in the middle of qualifying.
All right, I'm back, boys.
I'm just curious to see who in this race is going to replicate what I just did in the Open. See if anyone wants to meet Dale with me.
How'd that go for you? Dale have anything to say?
He told me he was disappointed in me, but that's every time that something like that happens. But no, you wanted to know what I think about this race tonight? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think a lot can potentially happen. There's a lot on the docket for this race. A lot of different ideas that drivers are going to go with. A lot of different setups. I don't know. I picked Sharp to win though, and he told me that that was a bad idea because of his modem. But I don't know. I just have that feeling that Sharp gets it done tonight.
Yeah, Sharp is at last couple weeks. He's had, I think, kind of a bad luck here. So, but yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. That I mean, that's a uh, big time driver there. That ain't too far fetched of a pick to win it. But I don't know, man. For me, it's just too hard to. I don't know. I mean, the talent here is. I guess the biggest thing is who's going to work together the most. Are these guys going to work as I know there's teams out there, but since it's the Open or the main event, All Star, are they gonna teams still gonna stick together? Are these guys gonna work together more with the buddy type deal? If you know what I'm getting at there. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be see who works together and can run up front together is gonna be. Yeah, it's just to me it's gonna be too hard to pick. If I had to pick a winner. I think I'd go with either P Cola or Sauce. That would be my two. If I had to actually pick one or two, as what this one guy here just starts giggling. But hey, buddy, I got faith in you there, Saucy.
Well, if you look at the top 5 that I posted in the Discord earlier, I've got, I think Sludge is a top 5 car tonight. I'm excited to see how he mixes it up with these guys. A normal Xfinity runner, he's going to be running with a lot of the Cup guys tonight. He's my teammate in Xfinity, and I know what he can do. So I'm a big believer in Sludge mixing it up in the top 5 tonight. I think JCR Clashin, he's been strong all year. He leads a lot of laps. I think him and his teammate Mopower Celtics could see either of those guys up in the top 5, and they're very ultra talented racers here. Another guy that I've got an eye on, and this might be worth watching. And granted, we do have different draft settings this time around, but the last guy to win at Homestead was Marini, and so if he's racing tonight. I'm interested to see what he does coming back to the track that he last won at in Cobra. And then, of course, you have to look at a guy like Big Jim. He's always a threat every night that we race here on the Cup side of things, and I don't think it'll be any different tonight. I did have Fire Slayer as a long shot, but he's not racing, so I guess I'm picking a new long shot. I honestly don't know. I feel like Jose looked really good. Jacob looked really good. You could call those guys long shots, I guess. But I suppose I'll go with Jose because he looked like he had it wound up. So that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, excellent picks there, Clay. Like I said, I give you a shout out for actually breaking that down or coming up with guys because, like I said, it was hard for me. It was like I said, it's just too tough to tell here. I mean, this is. like you said, you going back seeing Sludge running in that, you could have, be a top five car, and Sludge has ran with these guys enough to know, even though, and I believe in other leagues, he knows these guys, and just because he was running Xfinity this year doesn't mean, yeah, as I say, you're very well correct. I mean, he's sure can, and I believe he will make some noise up front there tonight.
All right, I'm gonna send. Can you guys send me an invite once you get in here? Sorry to interrupt, but we're about to go green, boys.
Sharp has the pole.
Sharp has pole.
Just let you just send me an invite, and I'll tell you when to join Clay and Butters.
Okay,
Just back out, Clay.
I am.
Just back out.
So as we sit here and we'll wait, we'll get Satsi to give us the green light and we'll join. But yeah, I mean, like again, once we said, there's a little bit of money is on the line here tonight. I know Sauce has generously donated a little bit. I don't know if there's any other behind silent donors at all or what's going on, but yeah,
Need you and Clay Butters to pick out y'all's favorite scheme of the night.
Oh,
you got her. But yeah, I mean, there's a little bit. Like I said, Sauce is throwing a little love for having the guys here in the league, being all part of the admins, and like I said, he put a lot of work into this event. And
Is it supposed to be stages?
yes.
No, segment 1 is 35 laps.
Oh.
But like I said, yeah. So he put a little in. Appreciate these guys. Have a little fun. Sauce is always about having some fun. He mentions it quite a bit in conversations about having some fun. So you want to make this fun as much as we could for the guys tonight. And like I said, he put a lot of work into this for the last, since the beginning of this regular season started. So
let us know when we can join, Sauce.
You can join now. Yeah, not quite the 3-car series we had last year, but some different rules and challenges. I think the high draft, normal wear should be interesting.
And it's always a good thing to come up with
No
different
cautions
ideas.
either, so.
Right. And it's a good thing to come up with different ideas. You just don't want to run the same type format year in and year out. And that's what makes it unique, is when you can come up with different ideas every season.
We did have one car back out.
Really, already?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm still loading in.
Yep, I'm waiting to load in too. Here we go.
Sharp is out front.
Yeah, you go ahead, Clay, if you want. You take the lead on this one here, and we'll funnel in information.
Give us an all-star broadcast, Clay.
All right, that's what you want. I guess I'll give it to you like that then. The guy that did back out is Bad Guy in the 85.
Oh man.
Oh man, that was one of
Tough
our.
break.
That's a tough break.
Drove
Yep.
the wheels off that car to get in that final spot.
So really, it's just we got one cut since we're only 16 in the first round. No, just don't be last, basically.
Tough break for the 85. Man.
So let me jump back up here to the front of the field and give you a through the field run here. Right at the start of this race, Sharp is out front in the 9 with GTR Jacob there in the 20 right behind him. The 41 of Jose Protege is already up to 3rd with Big Jim in the 24 there behind him. Holding up that 5th spot is our in-race reporter, Long Live the Sauce, and he's already working hard, and he's got his Litson teammate Derek Cope, who just advanced into the main event with the fan vote, and so he finds himself in the 6th spot. 7th right now, I believe, belongs to Memory there in the 54, and that's, can I say, that is a nice looking paint scheme. That one is real nifty. And then you got, I believe that's Klein Boy. Yeah, that is Klein Boy right there behind him. And then pushing Klein Boy is the 19. I think that's Pete Cola. Yep, Pete Cola sporting the normal 19 colors here for tonight. And then up behind them, we have Mike G sporting the number 88 custom Napa paint scheme. Behind him is the 20. That would be Sludge, another one of our in-race reporters, as he finds himself looking outside the top 10 here, just outside the top 10 though. Behind him we have the 48 of Drunkfest, and I gotta be honest, that paint scheme might be my favorite in the field tonight. I really like the look of that. And then on behind we have, once I can get through the field here, the 18 of GTR Mike, and that's another nifty looking paint scheme. And then on behind them we have the 41 of Marini. And then at the tail end of the field is the 92 of Loosey Goosey, who we don't see a lot of the time here in Cobra anymore, but he qualified for the All-Star race and he's here.
Yeah, Loosey Goosey has kind of moved on. He's got himself pretty deep into iRacing, so he spends a lot of time bettering himself there. But yeah, it's good to see him. I know a couple weeks back he showed up and ran a race. He tries to whenever he can, but he does put a lot of effort and money and time into iRacing, which is totally cool. But yeah, glad to see Loosey Goosey in that 92 there riding with us here tonight.
I was curious about how he qualified for this race, having not raced in Cobra in a while, but then I remembered it. He won Season 1 of All Out Trucks, and he's a defending champion. Well, not a defending champion, but he's a champion, a past champion. Right. Am I correct in that, saying that, Sauce?
Yep.
Yes.
So we work our way back up to the front of the field. Sharp has managed to run away, and this is something that
we
saw.
Almost just wrecked right there.
Yeah, I saw that back there. Sharp here at the front. Being up at the front is a huge key, because when you're that front car and those guys start battling behind you, you can get out to a huge lead. And then from there, it's all about not making mistakes.
Right, for sure. Like I said, compared to the Open, we always had a couple car pack, a couple guys separated. But you get outside from Sharp to GTR Jacob, then you got 6 cars right there, 7 cars battling. So, like I said, the old tale is you guys racing in the back are racy. It lets the guys up front pull away a little bit.
Oh, we got some contact off the corner there with.
It's sketch right now.
With Sauce, and I can't tell which car that is because we've got a number of cars in the field that look like it. That got into him a little bit there.
I believe that was Pete Cola, maybe.
I don't think it was Pete Cola.
Pete Cola's right behind Sauce.
It's whoever's below Sauce. Oh, it's Jose. Little contact between Jose and Sauce.
But yeah, these paint schemes coming up here tonight, these guys did a pretty good job. These guys driving custom cars. There's some pretty sharp. That's going to make the job a little tough here to pick a favorite paint job out there tonight.
I think I've got to be between Drunkfest and Memory. Those are the two that I really like.
Tone in here a little bit on because always got the Wood Brothers 48 or the Wood Brothers scheme a little bit, driving that 48 car. Yes, that's definitely a sharp one. The one that keeps catching my eye out there though right now is that number 54.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Memory and that 54. Yeah. His paint scheme is just really nifty to me.
It's kind of basic, it's got the gray, but I mean, it's for some reason just the way he's got the layout. The way that
got those highlighter colors that pops.
That 54 that really pops like Sauce said, is those always catching your eye when it goes by.
Believe the 18 of GTR Mike, the defending series champion, is driving a Jeff Burton X-Side number 99 throwback tonight. Just wanted to shout that out real quick. Another good-looking paint scheme.
So we do have two. At first, I thought Jose changed his paint right away, but I forgot Marini's running a 41 also. So he's right in the back there.
Jim made contact with Jose.
Back up front. Get on board here with Jim.
We've had a bit of a shuffle here at the front of the field. Sharp still leads, and you got GTR Jacob second, P. Cola up to third. We got Mike G fourth, and Jose just went around Drunk Fist for fifth. Now, I did pick Sharp to win this All-Star race. I also picked him to win the second stage, but I picked Big Jim to win the first stage, and he's still trying to fight his way back into the top 5 after some contact with Jose.
Yeah, and he's made his way back up to the 41 here, so we'll see how they go as they go down the back or down the front stretch there as they go into 1 and 2. It looks like Big Jim is gonna maybe get the run off him and clear him, which he does.
And as such, we've had a change up towards the front here. We've got now a 4-car battle for the race lead.
Yeah, so we got, the Jacob and P. Cola and Mike G there they have formed a line a little bit, and they caught Sharp, so now they're going to be real racy up front here in the top 4. It might give the next pack a 4 or 5 to gain that ground back, but they quickly go back single file.
Jacob looks inside of Sharp. Is he going to get the line going into the corner? Yes, he does. Sharp gives him the bottom. And Jacob is going to go for the race lead here, but is he going to clear Sharp? I don't think he will. Mike G's going to jump up there behind Sharp and give him the push down the front straightaway, but here comes the 19 to the rear bumper of the 20. Oh, as Sharp gets real loose off the corner.
Wow, he was able to gather back up, but he is going to lose. Oh, he lost quite a bit of momentum there. He does battle back on the bottom there underneath Picola, that number 19.
And this kerfuffle up here has brought a number of cars back into the mix here. We're now what looks to be a 6-car breakaway at the front of the pack here. Big Jim has made his way into the equation with the 41 of Jose Protege as well. Oh, a little contact between Jacob and Sharp there, and we're going to go 3 wide down the backstretch for that 3rd spot. Look at Jim ride that high line, though. He rides it off the corner. He should have this 3rd spot with some help from Jose down the front straightaway. And he does. And here comes Pete Cola with the move to the inside of Mike G for the race lead. Off of 2, Pete Cola keeps a straight line. He edges out in front of that 88. But look at Big Jim diving to the bottom of the racetrack. He looks under the 19 for the race lead. He catches the apron and has to back out of it a little bit. Mike G still riding that high line with Pete Cola stuck in the middle. Pete Cola backs out as Mike G tags the wall a little bit, but the 19 falls in line as he remains to the high side of the 24. 24 puts it into the corner. And it looks like he could clear Picola, but I don't think he's going to. As we have the 54 of Memory, who's now found himself in the middle of this fight. Here comes Picola looking 3 wide with some help from his GTR buddy of Jose.
Big push by the 41.
And that sends the 19 out into the race lead.
Now you got the number 20 underneath behind the 24. It looks like he's giving him a push. Jose is stuck in the middle of a 3-wide battle here. He kind of backs out. But yeah, we got the number 54 of Memory there, right there in that 5th spot or 6th spot.
But Picola's taking the lead. Here comes Big Jim to the rear bumper, though. What's he going to do as we enter 3? He's going to take it easy. He's getting passed now on the inside by Jose, but as Memory they come off the corner, we got a wreck. but everyone keeps it straight. I think Memory got the wall there, yeah.
He did.
We got a little contact now between Jose and Big Jim as it shoots the 24 up the racetrack. That's going to allow the 19 to scoot away a little bit. Did I see a car around on the backstretch? I did see a car around.
Mike G is spinning around on the backstretch.
Yeah, Mike G is around on the back straightaway. Now, it is important to consider there is no damage in for this race tonight. But that does put him behind the 8 ball here for this first segment. So we dance our way back up to the front here. It's kind of become just a gaggle of cars here. It's turning into a pack again here, though. The draft is at high as Big Jim jumps to the outside of the 19 here. I think Big Jim likes that outside lane. Don't you think so too, Butters?
Yeah, he really works. Whenever he gets a chance, he sticks it up there by the wall. I believe that's his preferred line. That's where he prefers to be.
But the 19 slides him there off the corner. He's going to stick in line, that being the 24 of Big Jim. But he is going to stay tried and true to that outside lane, as that's going to allow the 41 to get a run to the bottom. And take a peek at who's jumped himself up to position number 4. It is the 94. Is that right? Are you running the 94,
yep.
Sauce? The 94 of Sauce. But look who's coming back. It's the pole sitter. The 9 of Sharp dives to the inside of Sauce there for position number 4. Meanwhile, Jose's going for the lead on Piccola. But with no help on the bottom, Piccola's going to get the shove from the 24 and clear.
Yeah, I just want to, quick shout out to Jose. He, I don't believe we got him. It took some talking to do, but we got him to come back the last third of the season. He didn't start the season out with us, but Jose, he's a veteran at this game, and he's done a lot of racing with these guys. I've known Jose for 2-3 years now, and but yeah, glad to see him out there. He's up there battling because he's a very talented driver. I mean, all these guys are talented drivers, but I'm really glad to see him actually back in Cobra.
So it's Piccola here with the lead. This top lane has a really interesting pairing going on here, or did before we were put 3 wide there. We had Big Jim out in front with his team owner, Sauce, right behind him. And what was behind Sauce was an ex-Litsum guy, now turned Black Bear Racing guy in the 36 of Kleinboy. He's managed to stay up here with this lead pack, and this could be a breakout night for Klein. Yeah,
and you got to watch Klein because going back to the Open, Sludgy, he made the comment about Klein having a good run and being able to squeeze his way in, which he did, and he started in the back of this race, and he's worked his way up through that pack. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Kleinboy. He's up there running with the guys. He had to battle like hell to get in through the Open, and there he is.
The 24 gets a hell of a shove from the 94, but Piccola jumps up to the high lane to try and block the 24. Realizes that run is way too strong. Here comes Sauce. He gives another shove to the back of the 24 as they head off into 3 and 4. The 19 drifts up, but the 24
then the 41 gets
puts the foot down. The 24 puts his foot down and takes that lead away, but here comes his team owner, Sauce, dives it in on the bottom lane into 1. Sauce wants that lead, and he might just get it off the corner here. Depends on what that 9 of Sharp has going. But it's neck and neck down the back straightaway.
You got the number 20 now giving a big push on that high line, pushing the number 19. So that highlight is working. You got 4 cars committed to that top right now. And they're getting some runs there off the top. If you look at Sauce,
this is so hard to pass.
Sauce and Drunk are trying to hook up there on the bottom.
A little contact between the 9 and the 19 there, but it's the 24 with the lead. He gets off the corner, though, and he's around big time.
Wow.
He got into Sharp, but Sharp was able to hold on to that to take over the lead spot.
Caught up in this one. Big Jim and Sludge caught up into this incident. And so off with the lead goes... Is that Sharp in the lead now?
Sharp has worked his way back up into the lead.
on shifting camera angles and saw that unfold there, and that was just an unfortunate incident. And Sludge, you didn't have anywhere to go, did you?
I did not. I had a 50.
Who is in last place?
It'd be Jim.
Oh man.
Yeah, because Marini, Luce, and Derek Cope are running here together. So I would assume Big Jim he's running all by himself. So I'm assuming that's him in last place.
And here's another thing.
No, actually, he's ahead of Sludge. Sludge, you ain't in last, are you?
No, I'm 14th. Big Jim's 15th.
So he is in last. Okay.
Yeah, technically.
Let me jump in here real quick. We have a 3-wide battle here for the race lead. Sharp on the high side, and now the lead will go over to Sharp. But it was 3 wide there for a moment. Picola, Jose, and Sharp there with the battle for the race lead. GTR Jacobs also still sticking up there in 4th. Is that Drunkfest I see there in 5th?
Oh, Derek Cope gets loose off of 2. He's still trying to get. He spins on the backstretch. Mike G just squeezed by him to avoid the contact.
That's the race for the transfer spot right there.
And Cope is going to fall behind Big Jim as well. And I'll tell you, Sludge did quite the job there to miss Braves.
Oh, contact between the 20 and the 41 there for 4th.
Yeah, I backed out of that.
How many laps to go?
This is it right here at the line.
All right. So we're coming down to the checker. It looks like Sharp is going to be your stage 1 winner here. Or first segment winner, I should say. Not stage, but first segment.
So the bottom 2 are eliminated, correct?
Yes.
So that would be Bad Guy, who's already left the race, and then the 7 of Cope, it looks like, will be
so Big Jim survives.
Eliminated.
And then we'll do the invert, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes for the lobby after that.
The invert is going to put Jim on pole.
No, Sharp gets the pole because he was the winner.
No.
And then we gotta get the invert number.
I get that.
No, invert.
Invert number. When do you want me to take that? Right away here?
Just do it right now.
Okay. I'm going to grab my handy dandy randomizer. The number's going to be 3. Copy that, Sauce?
So...
Number 3 is the number.
All right.
Pause the lobby. Well, as they figure that out, I'm gonna take a look here at some of the fastest laps that were set, and this is a draft race tonight, so it doesn't matter that much. But GTR Jacob did have the fastest time with a 31.922. Jose right behind him there with a 9.38, and Drunkfest with a 31.981. Really good lap times set already. Sauce there in 5th. And it's really unfortunate that Cope is going to be eliminated from the All-Star race. He had the 6th fastest time.
So, Sauce, if I'm looking at this right, it would be by the 3 being drawn, so 2nd and 3rd would still have their spots, and then it would invert backwards from there, right? So that would put Jim in 4th, right? Okay, so what, by me drawing 3... Yeah, that's what I was just explaining, right? So it'd be Sharp would get a spot for winning, and then you said third, so it'd be Drunkfest and whoever finished second. That would be Jose, and then it would be let's see, we went to 14 cars.
So,
So
so
that
Braves and Bad Guy are out, correct?
right. So actually, it would be I don't know how you're gonna announce this lineup. So actually, it wasn't a bad move, or it was. I'm not saying bad, but for Big Jim, that puts him on the second row outside if we're inverting. It's sludge
We lose
after two.
Sludge.
Huh?
So as we wait for this to get figured out here, Butters, what did you take away from that first segment?
Well, like I said, with this pack racing, and it kind of proved that Sharp had a mistake. He got I can't remember if did he spin or he got contact to put him in the wall, but he came back on the track. He lost 4, 5, 6 spots, and he actually like you see, he actually worked his way back up to get that segment win. So just like I said with the pack racing, we've had what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible different leaders in that segment. So
So I think they're creating a new lobby.
okay, we'll be jumping out of this.
Just wait for the new one.
And as we wait for Sauce, we'll get that invert lineup back in, and get some invites. So, like you said, you touched on a little bit Clay there. Running seen some. I guess a lot of guys jumped out, so I don't know what. Actually, who did have the fastest lap that segment?
I
Was
think
is
it was
Picola?
Jacob.
Oh, Jacob.
I think it was
okay.
Jacob.
Yeah, I just. Well, okay. You got as your what you got saying here is random field invert except for segment one winner. So by me drawing 3, okay, he's all you got to figure it out. So you just going to invite him in that order? we'll jump out of this lobby here and we'll wait for our next invites. While we're waiting for them, maybe we'll take a look at our playoff lineup in the Cup race. We can even might touch on Xfinity too, but let's take a look at the Cup playoffs.
So next week we're off to Kansas Speedway for round 1 of the playoffs. On the Cup, Xfinity, and ARCA side of things, I do believe. Yeah, that is correct. And Kansas, another one of those tracks where running the top line is key. You have to be able to run that top line to be good at Kansas.
Right, definitely. That's the preferred line there at Kansas is running that. Is running the high side up there by the wall. But just a quick rundown on our 8 playoff drivers going into next week. We're going to have Picola Gator, JCR Clashin, Sharp, Drunkfest, Big Jim, Mike G, Blakey T, and rounding out the 8th and final spot is Mo Power Celtics. So that's your 8 playoff drivers going into this next, I believe, was it 5 races or 6? 5.
That's correct. And Mopower Celtics advanced by 4 points. 4 points over Marini. And now, and here's an interesting one. And I believe that I've just noticed this, but I don't think that we have Clashin or Celtics tonight in this race.
Yeah, that's one thing I just noticed myself was, and I don't know if they just had another commitment, but yeah, I noticed Celtics and Clashin. You are correct. And another interesting fact, going back to last week, Clay, that Picola ended up being our regular season points champion by 1 point because of a tiebreaker, because he had the fastest lap of the race.
Wow.
That's you don't hear that very often in league racing. It just shows just kudos to these guys. We had to determine a regular season champion off a tiebreaker in the final race. You can't get much tighter than that.
And I'll go ahead and take the Xfinity side of things, since that's the series that I race in. Sludge takes home the regular season championship over Mopower Cat. Those guys have kind of just been going at it all season long. Higgy's been a constant third guy in the Xfinity series. Those 3, honestly, should be in Cup, but their schedules only allow for them to run, as it stands right now, in the Xfinity series, and they've been the consistent top 3 all year. That next tier has Monster Racing, who's just been ultra consistent this year. He's got tied for the most starts in the series with Bass, with 14 Xfinity starts this year. So that kind of consistency. He has 10 top 10s, which is tied for second most in the entire series, as well as he's got a pole. So it's been a solid season for Monster. We know what Monster's capable of. He was one of the first picks of the Xfinity draft, with GTR Mike believing in Monster, and Monster finds himself in the top 4 in points. Freedom Flyers had another great year. He's super fast at just about every track. Unfortunately, his internet gives him some fits sometimes, but Freedom Flyer's been a really, really solid driver so far. And same can be said for Braves. He finds himself 6th in the Xfinity season. He's only made 11 starts, and Freedom Flyer, likewise, has only made 10 of the 14 races that have been ran. And then you have a couple regulars that found their way into the playoffs. Kleinboy started the season with Litzum, now finds himself with Black Bear, and he's been just really, really solid so far this year. And the talk of the league has been Mr. Williams this season after his suspension after Bristol. But he found his way into the playoffs. That win helped, but he also had playoff points that got him into Bristol. And not to mention that he leads the series in top 10s. So Mr. Williams sneaks his way into the playoffs in 8th. but I do believe with his playoff points that will start him at 5th. Is that what I'm looking at? Maybe even 4th in the playoff grid because he has 3 playoff points, as does Monster. Braves has 2, and Klein has none. So Williams is going to find himself in the top 5 in the playoff standings.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, okay. Yeah, just going back to that final playoff spot quick. Mr. Williams, the adversity that he faced, and he was able to drive, basically drive his way back into that playoffs. I mean, it was he had a lot to overcome there with that penalty, and but yeah, I mean, he didn't give up, he didn't quit. I think he had something to prove, and he did prove it, and he's got himself into the
Don't
playoffs.
accept
So
it.
hopefully, wish him some luck here in the playoffs, and we'll see what this outcome is. Because right now, lately, he has been one of the stronger Xfinity guys, and he's been driving good the last month. So it's gonna be an interesting battle both in Cup and Xfinity this season, Clay, or this playoffs.
Did somebody back out?
No,
I
that's
I'm
it.
starting third.
Yeah, we had the invert sludge.
Mm.
Except for the Tolster, obviously.
Okay.
And yeah, but hopefully it's going to be a good show this time, as it was in segment 1. All right,
And we're
welcome,
eliminating
Glenn.
4. We're eliminating 4 this time around. As
Just
only the
2.
top 12 will
Just
make it.
2. We got 14 in here.
Okay, so just 2.
So it'll be 12 cars in that final segment.
And y'all could join. I didn't know if y'all heard me or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got you.
We're loading up as we speak.
We've seen a couple of smaller incidences, but I'm waiting for the big wreck to happen because these guys racing closely in a pack like this, at some point going for this, they're gonna wreck. Here we go. Something just happened to the 92. I'm not sure what happened. He was at the front of the
Lost
field.
loose?
We lost loose.
Wow, so again we have one person lag out, and now it's just a battle for the top. Not last.
One guy is going to go home after this segment.
But as we start this second segment, they're neck and neck down the backstretch. That's Big Jim and Sharp. These were the 2 guys I picked to battle it out tonight, but the field behind them, it might be worth taking the field over these 2. It's knockdown drag out right now.
Yeah, and we don't even think we completed the first lap, and these guys are already. I mean, it's just I could see him slicing and dicing there back there from like 6th back. Oh, that's big contact.
That was Mike G and P. Cola getting together. I think one of them might have gotten loose off the corner.
But they were both able to gather back up. Looks like Mike G came out the short end of that stick. Yeah, he lost more spots. As Pete Cola gathered it back up, and he's back right in that 5th spot.
I'm telling you, don't discount this 41 of Jose. He's looked awfully strong. I pegged him as a long shot, but he raced his way into the field. Now he's making it 3 wide on Sludge and Pete Cola there. As he's going to give a shove to the back of the 9 there, off of 4.
He's going to take it 3 wide. Nope.
He thought better of it.
Yep. Thought he was going to take it 3 wide there coming off the corner.
The battle for the back of the pack here is really heating up. Sauce, Klein, and Marini going at it for this last spot. Or for 2 of the last 3 spots on the racetrack.
No, it's the last spot. For sure.
I'm going to jump back there and see what we got.
It's really all about figuring out runs. But it's Big Jim off with the lead. Side-by-side battle for second between Jose and Sharp. And then they're 2 and 3 wide behind them. Another guy I want to take a peek at here is the 18 of GTR Mike. He's kind of riding back here in the pack. Haven't talked much about him tonight. Kind of just biding his time, feeling it out, seeing what guys are doing, who he can work with, who he can't. Don't count the defending champ out. We're 4 wide down the front straightaway here. Oh, as Jacob gets loose up the racetrack, and he gets into the side of, I believe that's Mike G.
More contact between the 20 and the 54.
Those are technically teammates there at GAS. But they're getting together here a little bit. It's been tough sledding so far for the defending winner here at New Hampshire from earlier this year. Marini in that 41 could be facing elimination if he can't find his way around Sauce and or Klein. Oh, and he gets loose off the corner. He's going to lose a ton of time.
Yeah,
he had to really get out of the gas to prevent wrecking.
If he loses that pack, that could be his night.
I wasn't sure if that was a net code there or what.
I don't think it was. I think he was loose and was about to wreck and got out of the gas to prevent himself from fully spinning himself. Let me get back up here to the front, though, because we got a battle for the race lead. We got Picola all over the back of Sharp, looking to push him clear of the 24 of Big Jim. If you're a guy like Marini, yes, it's tough that you lost the pack, but if these guys keep racing like this, there will be carnage, and he could still make it, because he only has to beat one person. And speaking of the carnage, was that the 88 of Mike G that just shoved it in? No, it wasn't. Who was that? Jose just shoved it in on Picola there for the 3rd spot. So as we get further into this segment, what are you keeping an eye on there, Butters?
Well, right now I'm riding around with the race leader of Sharp. Just kind of watching this 5-car battle here, this front pack. Like I said, Jose is getting, he's showing what Jose does. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody knows Jose is on the aggressive side. He's a racer. But, yeah, it's just interesting watching these guys get a little bit of run. Jose is actually being the most aggressive in that front pack right now.
I don't know how many current racers we have listening out there, but just how aggressive do you get here? The goal for really anyone in this race still is to make sure that you beat one person. So, how much of a risk do you take and make a move for a segment win or for the lead here?
I couldn't tell who that was.
I think it was Sludge. Sludge, did you get the wall?
No, I just got loose coming off.
Speaking of loose, Jose Protege got real loose off the corner there as he dances his way down into 1 and 2 inside the 19 of Picola there.
We got the camera here on Big Jim now running in second, so get a couple more views there. It looks like the 19 is running third there behind Big Jim.
We're looking to catch up the 94 and the 48, as well as the 36 up to this lead pack, and then everybody else will be packed back up again. Which
yeah,
could...
looks like Jose has lost it. He's running in fifth now, so I don't know if there was what quite happened there, if he got loose to lose a little bit of speed or what's going on there, but he's falling back into that fifth spot.
But right now it's the 9 of Sharp with the lead. He leads over the 24 of Big Jim. Third right now belongs to Picola. Fourth is Mike G, I believe, at this current point in time, and Jose finds himself in the fifth spot. Guy who's lost a few positions here is the 20 of GTR Jacob. Not quite sure if the setup just didn't work out for him this time around or not, but he's gotten passed up by a number of drivers here. But he does have his owner, GTR Mike, right there behind him, looking to help him out if he can. And a GTR Alliance teammate here in Sauce's not too far behind.
And look at that. Take a look there. It looks like the number 41 has got a run. Looks like he could almost clear for that third spot, but I think he's running side by side with Picola right now. As the number 24 gives a big push down the back street, as the 24 and the 9, I believe, are trying to get away from this pack. They're not racing too much. I think they're working together to get away. They're trying to create as much space as they can.
I think they realize just how dangerous it can be playing the pack game and potentially getting wrecked and wrecking yourself out of the event here. And so I think you're right. I think they're looking to dance away from the field here. Oh, as Mike gets really loose off the corner. He gathers it back up, though, and he should be able to remain in the draft. We're 3 wide into 3, though. GTR Jacob, Mike G, and Drunkfest mixing it up back here. As Jacob gets loose off the corner, as does Mike G. It is really loose off the corner sometime here at Homestead, depending on the setup you have put in.
Yeah, so I'm riding around here with Sludge. Sludge, what are you seeing out there? The cars battling a lot of loose, or are you loose, or what's going on out there?
It's a little bit both the carnage of position-wise, looseness off exit, and just a lot of tight racing.
There you have it. Heard it from number 20 there of Sludge riding around, I believe, what, 6th, 7th?
And I'll tell you what just happened. The 9 tried to tuck up there to the wall, and the 24 wanted to get in there behind him. But the 24 got the wall in the process, and that's going to bring the pack back to them.
Yes, it is. So it looks like, was that the number? Yeah, that's going to bring Pete Kohler right back to the bumper with Jose, Memory, and Sludge. So yeah, those guys with Sauce, they're not too far out. If he can get into that pack with those guys, it's just going to make it one more car there that can battle with these front guys.
Yeah, and here you go. Here comes Pete Cola looking to the inside of the 24. Will he be able to get a nose under the 9? No, he will not. And we're going to go 3 wide for the second spot again, and I think this is a position that...
Oh, someone's loose, Memory.
That was Memory there in that fifth spot, but this is a position that Jim does not want to be in. Because this type of position is what resulted in Big Jim getting wrecked in stage 1. Now he managed to hang on to that spot after Brave spun late in that first segment. but Jim does not want any chaos right now. He wants it to stay calm. He wants to not dice it up too much. At least that's what I would think after what he's been through.
Big push by the 19 on the 41. We're gonna have 41's gonna have a good run there going through the corners. As 41 slides up and tags the wall a little bit, but not enough to disrupt his momentum.
I think Big Jim wants to get a move on it as he dives underneath the 9 of Sharp. And I think he just might clear him. I don't know. Will he try the move? I don't think he will. Oh, he thought about it, but it just didn't work out. And he's going to get shuffled back here a little bit, it looks like, with most of the guys taking the top.
You can't cut out that 19 now. He's coming down on a 24. He's going to give him a big shove coming out of the corner.
When we can, I would love a lap count.
13 to go.
13 to go.
And by doing that bottom there, that sucks the number 20 a sludge up there to P. Cola. So you do have 3 cars running that high side, but you also got 3 at the bottom. So we do got side-by-side racing here right now as we speak. Excuse me, as we speak. And that's going to put the 94 of Sauce back in that run too. So, and then the last one in that pack is a Drunk Fist. So 8 cars are going to be battling here, I believe, for this last segment. Winner. But yeah, it's going to get interesting here. You know, contact there between the 19 and the 4. Oh, big wreck. Oh, they hold on to it. Jose holds on to it. That's going to put Big Jim in the lead with the number 19 in second, Clay. There was a little bit of madness.
I just switched back up to that. I was trying to take a peek at how far back Marini went, and I come back to the front, and it's just utter chaos here. But everybody keeps it going, which is not the news that Marini's going to want to hear.
And they go a little bit single file, but here you go. 19 goes to the middle with the 54 up top. The 19 slides up in front of the 54, but they get a run down the back chute with Big Jim still being able to move up in front of them. But like I said, now you got a new player in the game. You got the 54 memory running here in that third spot, but here you got Sharp getting run underneath, going into that turn, coming down the front stretch.
And it's so important in these races to keep a composure, especially if you just barely tag the wall. Now, if you get nose first into the wall, your night's more or less over, as it was for me in the open race. But if you just barely tag the wall, you just got to keep your head down and keep going.
Yeah, and I don't know what exactly happened. Sure, I think I caught maybe a little bit of Jose, and Sharp got into it, but the way Jose hit the wall and come back, and yeah, it could have very well been a lot worse than what it was. I mean, it still was pretty maddening, but they were all able to pretty much gather it back up and stick with it. But then now you look at it, you got the number 94 there. Sauce has moved himself. He's battling for that 4 spot. He's trying to get that push on the number 9 at Sharp, getting to his bumper. So now we got a jag race again, Clay. Looks like we got a little bit 2x2. Big Jim drops down there to that lower line to pick up Picola, but now Picola and Sharp go to the high side, I believe, but the 24 slides up in front of him again to pick up that momentum.
And I'm telling you, this top 3 seems to be the top 3 so far here tonight through the first 1 3/4 segments. At 24, 9, and 19 look like the class of the field here tonight so far. Still a lot of race to go, though. Because remember, we have a 67-lap final stage.
Right.
A lot can still happen.
Yeah, that's why what's kind of, what are these guys, are they in the survive mode, or are they, but it doesn't look like they're in survive mode. They look like they're just out there having fun, and they're doing some racing. I don't think they're just going to sit back and have some boring racing. I believe they're probably having a blast out there. I'm sure they're in parties together, so, why not, right? Let's have some fun here. They're putting on a show for sure. Big Jim at 24 is doing an excellent job. He picks up that momentum. Whatever line is moving, he's able to slide up in front of that line. Typical pack racing, he's picking up that top line has the momentum. He slides up when P-Cola and Drunkfest or whoever's down on the bottom gets that run. He slides down in front of him. It looks like the second car, number 9, is Sharp, did slide down a little bit in front of P-Cola at the moment, but he did go back up front with up top with the 24.
5 to go, by the way.
5 to go. Sauce a little bit of contact into the wall. I don't know if he just got loose or he had a little help, but
I got loose.
Slight contact there with the wall. He lost a little
Hey,
momentum.
it's fun up there in the draft, man. It's a good time. I'm bricked up right now.
I figured you guys would be having 54, I believe, hard contact with the wall. He get into your Sauce a little bit?
No, he got into Jose right there.
Okay.
Yeah, he got into Jose. Jose finds himself at the back of this front grouping, and now the last 2 spots on the racetrack are Jose and Marini.
Oh, boy.
As it stands right now, Jose is safe, comparatively speaking, to Marini, as Marini works his way down the back straightaway as it stands right now. A lot's going to have to go right for Marini. With how many laps to go now?
2 at the line.
2?
2 at the line.
At the line.
2 to go at the line, okay. So there's going to have to be an incident that happens. Here we go, 2 laps to go here in segment number 2. Sharp looks to the outside of the 24 of Big Jim for the race lead. Big Jim has his teammate of Drunkfest right there behind him in that Wood Brothers looking number 48.
Look in the high side.
We dance off of 2. Sharp gets the wall.
He's going to lose a lot of speed there. That's going to put Drunkfest in that second spot. P. Cola still was able to maintain that third, but he lost a little bit of time to those 2 guys.
We're going to come off of turn 4. Big Jim is going to see the white flag. His teammate Drunkfest finds himself right there behind him. What does one do for a spot here?
Sauce goes way low.
I think he wants to avoid wrecking. I think he's going to jump in behind this pack. Look here! Drunkfest dives it in on his teammate. Will he get it to stick?
Oh, can
off
Picola
of turn
get
4.
to him to give him a shove? He's got the...
I don't think so. It's going to be Big Jim getting it at the line.
Oh, what a finish.
We had
Hell of a move there by
another
48.
3-wide finish. That was Jacob Rex at the start-finish line.
That eliminates Lucy Goosey and Marini, unfortunately, for tonight.
So that calls early night there for Luce and Marini. Tough break there for the 41 of Marini. Like I said, class act to that guy. He's always, I think he's one of the most toughest critics of himself is Mike Marini. Talented guy, but unfortunately, after winning Homestead earlier in the season, he's going home early tonight as he didn't make the cut here for the final segment of the All-Star main event. Tough break. Tough break for both the 41 and the 92.
It's been a tough few weeks for that 41 of Marini. Just missed out on the playoffs last week after winning 2 races this year. And that's just unbelievable to think about. He won at Canadian Tire and, of course, like I mentioned, at Homestead earlier this year. But the last month has not been good to Marini.
No, he's had a last third of the season. Yeah, he's had a real tough go of it. But like I said, he is his toughest critic is to himself. Hey Marini, I just want to give you a shout out, man. I see you put a little message there in YouTube land, and tough break, but class act guy, Mike, and hopefully we'll see you coming back. I believe next season. But like I said, we got playoffs you have to run. But yeah, good run by all, and good job by all. So it looked like Drunkfest had our fastest lap of that segment with a 31.999. So we're gonna get a new lobby set up for this last final segment. We're gonna look at so we're going into Clay. We're going into this final segment. We're gonna do another. We need another random invert. Okay, give me a second. I will get my old trusty randomizer up. We're gonna hit the spin wheel 3 times. Now we're talking 12, right? Set it to 12. 1, 2, 3. The number's 12, Sauce. Sounds like, yep. So anybody out there watching? Yep, we did a 3-wheel spin off a randomizer off the phone, and again, the number 12 has come up. So we're going to be inverting, I believe, the whole field, like Sauce just said. So that's going to make
With the exception of Jim Sticks.
Jim Sticks. So you look at Jim's night, Clay. I mean, can you say it's like falling into place any better for him?
Yeah, I mean,
having that mishap in the first segment, and able to get that invert number to put him back up front, and then winning that stage. Now he gets to stay up front for this final segment.
I mean, you can look at it and say that the top 3 guys so far in this one have been Big Jim, Sharp, and P. Cola. But in all honesty, it's way too hard to say what's going to happen. I mean, literally anyone from this point can win this race.
Right.
It's all about staying alive, not getting caught up in a wreck, not making mistakes. You simply just can't. There's no cautions, no stages. We're going to go 67 laps straight through, and whoever crosses the finish line first is the winner.
So
we'll have to probably look at we might have to look at a pit stop.
That's what my question was going to be. Even though we're running just normal tire wear with 67 laps, I believe there's going to have to be a.
There's what?
Oh, there is stages. Oh, there is stages. This final segment. Okay.
How many stages? Is it just a normal 3? Okay.
But once again, we're going to go no cautions, black flags, no damage, high draft, and the last footnote of the whole segment: winner takes all, boys.
So let's take a peek. Let's run through the field. Who all is still left in this race? So Big Jim and Sharp, I did correctly predict the stages. I just got them flipped because I said Big Jim would win stage 1, Sharp winning stage 2, but the opposite happened. So I did correctly predict that. So those 2 are still in there. You still got P. Cola, the regular season Cup champ. Got the defending Cup champ and GTR Mike. You got GTR Jacob, who's been a consistent front runner in this one. We'll see what he can do here in this final segment. He's still sticking around. We still have most of the Litsum crew here. We did eliminate Braves earlier, unfortunately. But we still have Sauce. We still have Drunkfest. We still have Mike G. He's still around, if I can get it out here in just a second. Sludge is still around. So that's a lot of Litsum is still here too. Kleinboy for Black Bear is the only Black Bear representative in here that I know of right now. And Jose's the only representative that I know of from Venom, if I'm correct on that.
You're right.
So all 4 teams are still around. As we look at GAS, Memory's still sticking around here. And I think that rounds it out. Did I miss anyone? I might have missed someone.
I don't think you have. Mention anything, 18 car? Yes. He's still in. Sludge still in here?
Yeah. I believe it's 5, 5, 1, and 1. So GAS has 5, Litsum has 5, Black Bear has 1, and Venom has 1.
So we got no one. No one made it in from Eclipse.
Correct.
Okay.
I misspoke earlier. I said that every team was represented, but clearly I can't remember anything.
Well, I believe Eclipse was their only representative tonight was Blakey T. And unfortunately, he had
Across
that
the whole
mishap.
thing.
Yes.
Correct.
And unfortunately, he had an incident there at the end of the Open to eliminate himself. So, yeah, tough break for Eclipse. No one represented here tonight in All-Star race with that team.
I'm surprised we didn't see old Chase Beatty in here tonight.
Yeah, Chase has been laying low here the last few weeks. I don't want to get into it too depth, but he hasn't been feeling well. He's got some issues that he's dealing with, and we just want to give Chase, if you're out there, you watch us, you know, we're thinking of you, buddy. I hope you get better, and you know, you're getting a lot of messages and support from all the guys there in certain chats. But hang in there, buddy, and hopefully everything works out for you. We got Sludge joining back to the party. Sludge, you there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy. So, going into this last segment here, what are you thinking as far as, or what's your anticipation how this is going to go?
Well, for being the finale segment, which we're going to have stages this time, you're probably going to see a lot more physical action, battling, fighting into good spots to get to the spot you need at the last stage. I don't know. It's going to be tough. I've been fighting a tight car at the beginning of the race, and I just can't avoid the glitch off turn 2. Keeps messing me up. Hopefully the stages will help me so I can put the right setup in and at least try to compete with these god drivers up here in the top 5, top 6.
Yeah, you're definitely right there, Sludge. I mean, it's going to be a lot more taken and a lot less given here. And like you said, with having stages in there, these guys I think are going to be pushing the issue quite a bit here.
Yep. Yeah.
So, are we correct in saying that Sharp is starting last in this? Is that how the invert worked, or how's the invert work for this one?
So we have starting lineup is Big Jim, Jose Protege, Gator Mike, Jacob, Kleinboy, Mike G, myself, Sauce, SMK Sledge, Sharp, then Memory, then P-Cola, then Drunk Fest. So it's a 12 car invert, and essentially since, you know, stage 2 winner gets the pole, really just like an 11 car invert at that point, from the bottom up.
There you have it.
And segment 3, the final segment, is again stages, 67 laps. I think first stage is 19 laps, second stage is 17. I'm not sure about stage 3. Maybe like 30 something, 28 maybe. So, high draft again.
So I'm gonna throw this out there before we get into this, and I'm gonna ask Sludge and I'm gonna ask Sauce. Who's winning this race?
As of right now, what I'm seeing is going to
Anybody.
be between Big Jim and Sharp. 100%. It'd be one of those two. I answered my question.
9-bar Sludge?
No, gross. Gross. I'm on a tight side. I don't want to be loose. I want to be tight so I can compete. Or try to compete.
So we get started here, Clay. When we get this early, we're gonna have to. If Saucy's saying that we need to come up with a custom paint scheme winner, we're gonna have to maybe address that a little early in this segment and come up with a decision.
Y'all can join now.
Are they winning anything for the?
Dollar. So we're loading up, boys.
And we're green. You guys in?
Yep.
We're coming.
Yep. I'm in right around here with the number 24. So here we go.
Here we go. Final segment.
Yep, final segment. Top 12 here to battle it out. So it's going to put Big Jim in the lead with the number 41 of Jose running second. Battle for third is between the 19 and the 20 of GTR Jacob. Or not 19, but 18 if I said that wrong.
And here's GTR Mike with this invert. He's jumped himself up into the top 5. Can he use that track position to fight it out and win this All-Star race? This rumors say he could be calling it quits here in Cobra after this season. This could be his last chance at an All-Star win. Can he keep it up here at the front with the main pack? Any thoughts on that there, Butters?
Yeah, looks like he's trying to stay up there with that main pack, but he's lost a couple positions here coming in. He's got GTR Jacob has got by him, and also Mike G, I believe, has cleared a position on him. So, but as we run down the chute there, it looks like the number 41 has slid up in front of the 24 and cleared him for that race lead. He got a hell of a push there by the 20 car. As he drops down below to pick up the number 20 again.
Look who's working 3 wide, about 4 rows back there. Sharp going through the middle, trying to come from the back of the field.
Yeah, there's they always say cream always rises to the top, and here comes that 9 car again.
And a few laps into this, we still have the top 12 up here in this lead pack. The battle is effectively on, and don't forget we do have stages in this. So something happens in this first stage, it's not quite over yet.
Right.
A lot of chances.
If you have a mishap, you're going to have 2 shots to be able to, because they're going to, obviously with the stages, you got 2 shots to get packed back up and make your way through the field. As 18 comes off the corner, they're going down the back chute. He got a little loose coming off the corner, but he was able to gather it up.
It's a battle back towards the middle of the pack.
Yeah, you got that number 19 there riding around in 12th spot. He was riding up front all night. He was kind of the victim of the invert. He had to start back there, so he's got a little bit of work ahead of him here to get back up through this field.
Look who's dancing his way back up towards the top 5. He's coming. That 9 of Sharp is on a mission. As Jose puts Jose puts Jim all the way up towards the wall, trying to get that lead away from him.
Yeah, going back to number 9 a little bit, Clay, he's been kicking around retirement too also the last couple of years. We were pretty much set. We thought for sure last year was his year, but he decided to come back for one more year.
Oh, I'm not quite sure what happened to the 18 there, but Sharp had to take evasive maneuvers there to not get into the 18.
So yeah, going back to Sharp, this is his last chance, I believe, if he decides not to come back, if he does go to retire. His last shot here to pick up a all-star victory. As Jose now looks like he got the runner, he clears. So it looks like the 24 is falling back to that 4th spot. But I'm sure he won't stay there long.
We've had a couple guys fall off the lead pack here a little bit. That includes our in-race reporter, the 94 of Sauce and the 36 of Klein. What happened there, Sauce?
I was on the top line of a 4-wide deal, and it just didn't work out. I don't know what was going on. I think someone pushed up underneath me. I think we were like 4 wide. I just got into the wall. There's nothing I could do.
There you have it there.
So it looks like the number 20 of Sludgy has worked his way up into that 3rd spot as he's following the other 20 of Jacob around the bottom side. But as I talk like that, Jacob slides up in front of the 24 to give the number 41 a push down the back chute. So it looks like the number 20 is going to get a little help of Sludge. He's going to get a little help from the 88 of Mike G there to keep the momentum coming off.
Here comes the draft, though. Sharp jumps to the inside of the 20 of GTR Jacob. Sharp is on the move.
Oh, Pete Cola way loose down the back chute. He gathers it. He saves it. Oh, but he comes.
Oh, but he gets into Drunk Fest.
Yep, little contact there with the 48. Those guys having a little mishap, that's going to allow that back 2 cars to be able to get that draft, so they're going to be back in that pack also now.
So what you have here, what's turned into this first stage of this final segment, is Sharp absolutely sending it is what we have going on here now. As he looks underneath that 41, look at Sharp go.
Yeah, he's got a hell of a run coming.
And look who he's got as his partner right there behind him. But look at Jose closing the door there a little bit.
Yeah, these guys that lead the race, they got no choice. I mean, they're constantly going from the bottom to the top, bottom to the top. Like I said, they got to jump in front of the whatever line's moving, or they're going to get gobbled up.
Unfortunately, there for Sharp, his guy who was drafting with decided to jump to the top lane there. Now Sharp's going to get some help from the 20 of Sludge. Oh, as Mike gets loose. Here you go.
5 laps to go.
5 laps to go in this first stage of this last segment.
And Sharp gives a push to the 20 of Jacob to send him to the lead. Now remember, Sharp and Jacob are teammates normally on the Cup side of things, so they're probably in the same chat. So we have Jose and Jim making a little bit of contact as Jose gets shuffled out of the pack.
Yeah, he tagged the wall there in front of Big Jim, so he lost quite a bit of momentum there coming up that last one.
But here comes Sharp for the lead on GTR Jacob off the corner.
Oh, another contact, big contact.
They almost wrecked going down the back straightaway, but they're going to keep it in check. Wow, they managed to hang on to it there.
I mean, that's kudos to these guys. I mean, there's been at least two times that these guys have tangled, and they've all been able to save it. I mean, that's just, to me, that's kind of that's unbelievable, actually. I mean, I don't want to say that just to say it, but, you know, it's been pretty crazy wild that these guys have been able to have instances like that, and they're all able to collect themselves and stay going.
But who comes out with the lead? It's that 9 of Sharp, and I'm telling y'all, this 9 is unbelievably good right now.
Yeah, let's just hope he hangs on to it and he doesn't come into Sharp has the internet bug once in a while also, and hopefully he doesn't get into a bad stretch here and he has a hiccup. But yeah, definitely he looks like he is the strongest car out there. As you look back there, number 24 goes low. He gets a push from the 88, drives it in there hard. A little contact with the 54 there. Shows the 54 up a little bit. Now you got Jose Protege pushing the 54 on the high side. They go 3 wide, I believe, a little bit. They could be, yes.
How many to go?
Last lap.
They're on the last lap, and look at the number 20 drives it under Jacob play. Can he make that pass?
They're going to head down the back straightaway here for the final time. This stage of this segment is going to be settled between the 9 and the 20. Does the 20 have a move as they head into 3 and 4? Jose moves Memory out of the way there for third as they come off of turn 4. Stage 1 of segment 3 goes to Sharp.
Followed by the number 20 of GTR Jacob, 41 of Jose Protege. After that, I'm not too sure if it was Mike G or Memory that came across, but yeah, there you go. There's your top 5, I believe, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Sharp, Jacob, Jose, Mike G, Memory, Drunkfest, Jim, Sludge, myself, and Picola.
You want to know something? That Sauce, you changed your paint job for this, didn't you? Yes,
Did I?
you did. Gosh darn it! For the longest time, that first segment, I was like, okay, I don't see Sauce out there, but who the hell's driving that red and green car? I was like, I kept trying to think, like, who's driving that red and green car? Yeah, I could have probably changed the camera to it, but I was like, I kept thinking and looking at it, and I'm like,
here we go. Stage 2 of segment 3 is underway.
17 laps.
17 lap shootout here in stage 2. It puts the pack back together. Riding around with Big Jim here, riding around, what, in 6th? I believe? 8th?
Sharp
7,
thought about closing the door there on Jose, but he's not going to be able to do it. And they're going to be 3 wide off of 4 for the race lead. But the shove comes from the 20 of GTR Jacob up on the top lane, and that's going to allow Sharp to clear for the lead. But the battle is on behind, and Memory and Sauce and everybody's right in the thick of it.
Oh, contact coming off the wall. A little bit of contact there between the 20 and Jacob, and I'm not sure. Drunkfest makes a dive to the bottom. And Sharp picks him up coming off to get that momentum.
The person that lost out big time was the 54 of Memory. He started this stage inside the top 5, and now he's back in 10th. Make that 11th as Klein goes by on the outside.
So like I said, I'm right. I got the camera on Big Jim. It doesn't look like he is as aggressive he has been. So I don't know if he's just laying low here a little bit, if he's trying to avoid the big mishap. But yeah, he's riding around in about the middle of that pack. I don't know if that's the safest spot to be, but.
Top two still the same, but look who's jumped his way up into the third spot. It's Sauce there in third, and he's got his buddy Drunkfest right there behind him in fourth. But look at Drunkfest taking it inside on his teammate there.
Yeah, the 41 really drove it in hard there in that, entering that corner. He had a big run at the bottom. He slides himself back up in the lane. We're going to change camera here. We're going to pick up a different car. Let's ride with the 41 of Jose here a little bit. We're battling.
Man, he really dove it in there on Sauce. I don't know where that kind of run came from, but he tried to get it to stick and didn't. But Sauce gets the wall there down the back straightaway a little bit, gets into the side of Jose. Everybody scrambles, but they all keep it going, and they don't lose much out of it.
No, like I said.
Another masterful
It's
job by
I
the
barely
field.
skimmed it, and it just kind of rocked me away from it.
Just another masterful job there by the field to keep it going here. And we still have all the field in the pack here.
The guy's underneath the 20, puts a 20 in the middle of no man's land. There's the 94, has a run off the wall, off the high side. Oh, contact between the 20 and the 94. The 20 gobbles it. Oh, there it is.
We're wrecking.
Yep, there it is.
Wrecking down the back.
And that was the number
We
20
might keep it green, though, because the 20 is the only guy that ended up getting really hurt out of that. And there's
no
also
cautions.
no damage. Oh, correct, there's no cautions. So Jacob will just have to gather it up and get back to the pack here at the end of this stage.
Unfortunate that, you know, you had to expect it coming. I mean, it could have.
Oh, and Sauce is around on the back straightaway.
Another.
Looks like you just got you get loose there, Sauce.
Yeah, that was happening for a few laps. I'm sorry to the field right there, especially Jacob. 3-ride racing. I'm how it is.
Sharp's just dancing away here now as the two guys behind him wrecked, and now I think he's might be feeling a little bit of nerves about that. Hopefully he himself doesn't wreck either.
Riding along here with the 20 sludge here, and it looks like I see the car that has worked his way back up into that third spot. It's the 19 of Picola Gator there as he's working, as he's pushing the number 41 of Jose Protege as hard as he possibly can, I believe. They're trying to get back to the number 9. We got Drunkfest there behind the number 19, and like I said, Sludge in that 20 car.
Tell you, another guy that really got hurt from that Jacob spin was Big Jim. Now, he's managed to pack up here with Mike and Klein, as well as Memory, but they're kind of riding at the back of this pack here now, and Jim's going to have to try and work his way forward. If we have a pass going on for second here, Pete Cola goes to the inside of Jose there for second. How many laps to go?
6.
6 to go, which means they're going to be coming to 5.
moved up to the high side to clear the 41. I believe he had the momentum coming up. But I think Picola is now, yeah, he's running second. He ran down the number 9 here. We're going to see what he does here with the Challenger underneath. The number 9 slides down from him as he come off the corner. But Picola did, yeah, he drove it in hard there on that last turn there. He dove it under, but he just couldn't get her to be able to complete the pass there.
As they come off of 4, they're going to catch 4 laps to go here. And Picola's now jumped to the inside of Sharp.
If he can get some help from the 41, which the 41 stays up top with Sharp.
Oh, some contact!
That's going to open the door a little bit for 41. He's going to stick his nose there, but yet he gets behind the 9 there to give him a little shove.
The 9 comes down to take the line away from the 19. The 19's going to try and jump to the outside. What's that going to do for the 41? The 19 wisely thinks better of it, as we're going to catch 3 laps to go here in the second stage of segment number 3. And look here at Jose jumping to the inside of the 9. But what that's going to do is create a 3-wide situation as Sludge jumps in on the top lane here.
Now he's going to give the number 9 a shove, along with 48, a drunk fest.
We're going to see 2 laps to go here as they cross the start-finish line.
Now the 48 dives under the 20 and try to get that second spot.
Yeah, some Litsum teammates going at it here. The 48 going after the 20, and he clears him there for that second spot. Meanwhile, it's still Sharp out in front with 2 laps to go here in Stage 2 of segment number 3 of the Cobra E-Racing All-Star Race. We come off turn number 4. Here comes Sharp. He'll take the white flag for this stage. I'm going to dance down into 1 and 2. And we'll see what the field has down the back straightaway. They might have a run here. Sharp tries to snake a little bit to break the run. And here we head down into 3 and 4. It's going to come down to these 5 right here. Sharp comes off the corner. And off of turn 4, here comes Sharp. He's going to take the green and white checkered flag. He takes stage 2 of segment number 3.
Wow. Crazy, interesting stage there. Had some action. Unfortunately, we had the one mishap, but there was a couple other times there where they actually, you know, like I said, crazy how they were able to gather it all back up and keep going. But here we go. We're going into that last stage. This is where I believe this is where it's going to get real interesting. Like I said, it's pretty much is going to be no more giving and a whole lot of taking here coming up.
So that's going to allow guys like Sauce and Jacob to get back into the field here. And now from this point on, there can be absolutely no mistakes from any of these guys.
Right, now if you have a mishap, your night is over. So it's going to be that key where you make those aggressive moves. You know, it's going to be some thinking out there, Clay, you know.
As we start the final stage of the final segment of the All-Star Race. Sharp's going to lead them down into turns 1 and 2. How many laps are in this stage?
25. 26, something like that. I think 26.
26 laps to fight it out for the All-Star win. And look at here, Drunkfest jumping underneath the 9, but the 41 of Jose is going to stick on that high side. So is the 19. The help is not there for the 48.
So we're looking at 25 laps or so. You know, these guys, they almost had to really tighten these cars up for this last 25 laps, I'm thinking, just because this is going to be the longest segment I think we've ran tonight.
It's a little dicey up here at the front as we might go 3 wide into the corner here.
When they are. Big Jim puts it underneath the sludge.
But it's Sharp that gets away with the lead. Got some jockeying for position there midway through the pack, and that puts Big Jim 3 wide. That is just not what you want to see. As Mike gets into the 24, we're going 4 wide here. Memory on the bottom lane. I think he got into his teammate there a little bit. As Jacob gets into the 94 of Sauce a little bit. They're still 3 wide.
That's wild, man. They were 4 wide there for a minute.
Still 3 wide. They're at the back of the pack.
Oh, contact.
That was really sketchy. I had to back out of that 4 wide deal.
Some contact between Klein and I believe GTR Jacob a little bit is going to have Klein potentially losing the pack here, which is not good news for that 36. Although he has done a masterful job to stick in this race. Let's get back up here to the front, though, as Jose's going to make a power move on the bottom to take the lead away from Sharp.
There you have it, your new leader, 41 of Jose Protege. But the question is for how long, as the number 20 of Sludge now takes a dive to the bottom. He's got a little bit of help drop fast. Sharp slides down in front. See if he can pick the momentum up, but he slides back up as that top line has the momentum coming off.
You really do have to go for the line that is the faster one at the current time. As we have the 24 of Big Jim into the wall, and it's really hard to get off the wall here at Homestead, as he's going to fall back into the clutches of this second grouping here. A lot of action already here. But it's still Jose Protege with the lead. The battle is for second. It's Sharp and it's Picola. Sharp gets the wall a little bit down the front straightaway, but he's going to be able to keep his foot in it. So he's got some help from the 18 of GTR Mike. I said it. GTR Mike, this could be his final shot. Same for Sharp. What do these two have for the field? We got to talk about the drive of this 41 here as well, Butters. You mentioned it earlier. Jose, a guy that didn't start the season racing and took some convincing. He decided to come back a little bit and race this final third of the season. And now he finds himself up front here late in this All-Star race. Could he be looking at his first career All-Star win?
Well, he's got a little bit of battle right now as the number 9 Sharp has just dove underneath him. I don't know if he's going to be able to clear him. It doesn't look like yet. A little bit of contact between the two as they go down into turn 3.
Let's recap this night a little bit for Jose Protege. He had to race his way into this race via the All-Star Open, in which he won stage number 2 in order to get himself into this race. And he pulled away from the rest of the field there in that stage for the Open. And now he finds himself in the lead.
Sludge.
Sludge, he's able to gather it back up, though. But it's going to cost him that lead pack.
$16 to go.
16 laps to go here in the All-Star race. It is not over yet.
Now you got the number 19 there getting a run to see if he can get a push to clear the number 41. Is Sharp going to be able to give him a shove, or is he going to take it 3 wide?
Guys are trying to find the lines that are going to work for them. Here comes the 9 of Sharp. He's going to look on the bottom here, the 19 and the 41. Down the back straightaway, the 19 clears the 41, jumps to the high side. Here comes Sauce diving it in on the bottom.
Look at that move.
That's not going to pay off for him, though, as he gets into the 19 there a little bit, but they're going to manage to stay with the draft. They're going to go 4 wide, almost there, but the beneficiary again, and he just seems to be in the right place at the right time at this current time, is the 9 of Sharp. And away with the lead he goes. Drunkfest sits in second. We got some contact off the corner. And that's going to send the 19 around. Pete Cola goes around here. midway through this final stage here in segment number 3. You could feel the tension boiling a little bit, and it boils over there for the 19. Oh, as Jose throws a very late block on Sauce there to clear him for third.
Yeah, I believe it's...
Sorry about that on Pete Cola.
It's about to pick up here, boys.
Here's the concerning thing for the field, though, is that we've had 2 cars jump away here from the rest of the pack. Sharp and Drunkfest have quite the lead on the rest of the field.
But I believe these guys, is that next group, they just, I think they're already closing ground.
How many laps?
Tell you at the line.
So a tough break after that incident. The number 19 of Pico has decided to park it. And pretty much that incident put his night to an end. And yeah, so we got, like I said, a little bit of a gap between the 9 and 48, trying to drive away from this next set of cars. But if they line up, you got the number 41 and Sauce right behind them, giving them a push. I believe they can get back to these guys.
We are at 10 to go.
10 laps to go. And so with 10 laps to go, and there's enough time for us to do this, let's go ahead and officially pick the winner for the best paint scheme. My vote is Memory in the 54.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with that because, like I said, that car keeps catching my eye. I brought it up at the beginning. Yeah, I agree with you, Clay. We're going to go with... God, there's a lot of good ones out there, though. I really like that red, white, and blue of the 36. Drunkfest has got a nice paint scheme, but yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, Clay. I think I'm going to have to go with the number 54 of Memory there with the best paint job.
So there you have it with that, as Memory takes the best paint job of the night. Meanwhile, the battle is still on, and I believe they're going to take 8 to go when we get back to the line. Can they stay away from the pack here? The pack does seem to be catching them very slightly. It's going to take a lot, though. 8 laps to go. Right now, the battle's between the 48 of Drunkfest and the 9 of Sharp.
Yeah, you got the 41, 24, 88, and I believe, Sludge in that 20. Those 4 are pretty much, as soon as I say that, they go 2 by 2, but they were running single file there for a little bit. That's when they were closing that gap, but now they're all racing each other again. As there's contact there, I believe, a little bit, between the 88 and 41 maybe.
It's really, really hard to not get racy because, admittedly, in the open race, for me, it was really hard to know if I had a faster car than someone. Like, it would feel to me like I was faster than the car in front of me, but when I got side by side with them, we very clearly were not fast, and the car in front of us would pull away. So it really takes being patient and being willing to work with people to get back up to the front. So I believe we're at, is this 6 to go?
Yep.
Here comes Drunkfest, though. He's going to look to the inside of Sharp.
That's got a lot of these 4 cars. If they have 2 start racing.
What can the 48 do? He drives it up to the high side, trying to pinch the 9 a little bit. The 9, unfazed, drives it to the start-finish line. 5 laps to go. The battle is on for the win. The defending Xfinity Series champion going up against Sharp, who has been the dominant car tonight.
Contact.
A little bit of contact. The 48 is going to manage to keep it going here. Can he stay in the tire tracks of this 9, though? And what can the pack do? Because the pack is slowly catching. As they come off turn 4, they're going to see 4 laps to go. That pack is coming.
Yeah, they're going to get to him. It's just what they're going to do when they get there.
Sharp is driving in the race of his life at this current time. He drives down the back straightaway. There's 3.5 laps remaining. Does the 48 have anything to give back to this 9 after that little kerfuffle a couple laps ago? As we come off turn 4, there's going to be 3 laps to go here from Homestead. As they head down into 1 and 2.
That second group is stalled out a little bit, Clay.
They indeed have. And Drunkfest appears to be catching the 9 back a little bit here as they head down the back straightaway. That 48 is driving the wheels off of it. As they come off turn 4, it's going to be 2 to go for Sharp. As he tries to break the draft of that 48. This is the penultimate lap here of the Cobra E-Racing All-Star Race. So they head down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4. Off turn 4, Sharp is going to see the white flag. He won stage 2. He won stage 1 of the segment 1. He's won all 3 stages in this final segment. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Sharp in the 9 has been the dominating car. He said he wasn't sure if he'd be able to win this race because of internet issues, but he's been the dominant car. From the pole to the win, off turn number 4, Sharp is going to claim the All-Star win here from Homestead Miami Speedway.
Awesome job there by the number 9 car. Like you said, power car of the night. Finishing second, I believe, was Drunkfest. Big Jim was, I believe, coming third. 41, a Jose Protege. And the number 20, a Sludge, I believe, is your top 5. Great job by all tonight. Very exciting race. We're going to get these guys top 3, I believe. We'll get them in here with a little chat. See how their night goes. But yeah, Clay, we talked about having a great race, and I believe we did.
Yeah. I just had this weird feeling that tonight was going to be a night that Sharp could do well with. I know he's solid at Homestead. I know he qualifies well. It was a heck of a night for Sharp. He and I talked a little bit before the racing here tonight, and he said he didn't think he had it in him. Figured that he'd run into some bad luck. But he got it done tonight. That's a really cool thing, at least from my point of view, because I picked him to win. And he was kind of downing himself earlier.
Looking at the board, it looks like Jacob had the fastest lap that last time, last segment. Yeah, 31.898. So great job, Jacob. But yeah, we'll wait to get those get these 3 guys in. Show up for a quick interview. Hopefully they'll all jump in.
So who ended up third? Was it Jim?
I believe it was.
Do what?
I believe it was. Well, I believe we do, Clay. We do have a race winner if we want to start with him, or do we want to go from third up?
We'll go from third up. We'll wait for the rest of the pack to join.
You got her.
Thank you, guys. Whew, what a race.
Give it a couple more minutes here. Make sure those other guys. Yeah, I'm checking to see if Big Jim is already in, so hopefully he pops in. Drunk is also part of the party chat, so.
Go ahead and start with what we got. So, Sharp. It's almost like I called it earlier, and you didn't want to believe me. You didn't trust your internet, which I guess is fair, but you were absolutely dominant tonight, and I guess I manifested it for you, buddy. First of all, congrats, and second of all, talk to me about that.
Oh man, I perfect night. Absolutely great card tonight. Obviously the first two segments was just trying to get through, stay in the top 14 the first one, stay in the in the top 12 the second race, and then when it got down to the finale there, we had the stages, and I feel like it kind of played into the cards for me there. I was able to get my setup in, and I mean that car was flying. It was just more or less just having a trap position there, and then the field behind me got the race in there, and Drunk was able to get through, and then, it helped us out being able to, pull away and make it a one-on-one, and then he made his move. I think it was like with 4 or 5 to go or something like that, and side by side for 2 laps. I was just trying to make it difficult for him on exit, and that glitch got me just enough to where I made some contact with him, and I'm thankful that he didn't wreck, but at the same time, I did want to race him straight up for it. It knocked him far enough back to where he didn't have to draft. So my apologies to him for that. I know he's going to take it in in good spirits, but just a great night. Just to represent for Gaz. I've been hunting for a win all season. I'm part of the playoffs, but this might not be a points paying win, but to come through with that good of a car and to lead as many laps as I did, that's going to give me the confidence I need going into Kansas, to be able to get off to a good start in the playoffs. And, like I said, it's an all-star event, but it feels great to represent. And, this is the final go-around for me. So, this is a great feeling to run my final all-star race and actually come through with a victory.
And, well, congratulations on that. Likewise, it's the final All-Star race, potentially, for your team owner. GTR Mike, you had a pretty solid run tonight. I know it's not the finish you wanted, but your driver just won the All-Star race. So tell me a little bit about that, but also talk about your night just in general.
I'll start off by congratulating Sharp. He had a freaking rocket tonight. And I'm glad to see him get it done. I know he's been searching for that win all season long. He's come close so many times. Like you said, it's not a points-paying win, but a win is a win. So hopefully that's the momentum he needs to launch him through the playoffs and toward the championship. So awesome job to Sharp, awesome job to Gas. And I do want to give a quick shout-out to Gas as well. All 5 members that participated tonight made it into that final round of the All-Star race. So great team night as well. So for me, pretty uneventful, I'd say. The first 2 segments, I was kind of just riding around. I didn't know how the inverts were going to work, and I knew I didn't have a car capable of competing without any sort of adjustments in it. So I was just kind of riding and biding my time and getting at least into a transfer spot, which I did. Once that final segment came around, I got some adjustments into that thing, and it came to life. I was able to drive from the back to the front, got to about 3rd or 4th, and then got stuck on the inside lane and freight trained, and that was the end of that. But, man, it was fun. The racing was crazy. It was wild, 3, 4 wide, and it was a lot of fun. Uh, had had a lot of fun driving that Jeff Burton throwback. I don't know if anybody was able to
Yeah.
figure that out or pick that out, but
Yeah,
that's
we
what I
got
was
it on the
aiming for.
broadcast.
And hey, it was a solid night, so I'm happy with 6th, 7th place, whatever it was. Even though doesn't pay me anything, but still fun.
Sharp winning the race wasn't the only thing that GAS won tonight. Memory came through with the best scheme, voted by me
Did
and
he?
Butters. That's the best scheme tonight.
What was it? The Furniture Row, I think's what he drove. Is that
He
what it
drove
was?
the Rowdy 54.
Okay.
It was a good-looking paint scheme. A lot of really nice-looking paint schemes tonight, including yours. So, yeah, congrats to GAS on this fantastic night. A couple of y'all are going to go out in style with your last All-Star race here with us at Cobra.
Yeah.
Another nice paint scheme finished there in second, though. Drunkfest, you're going to come home with second. I know you're dejected about that, pal. But you and Sharp had that battle there for the last few laps. Talk to me about it. Talk about what it's like surviving this race. Just tell me about it.
Hey, Drunkfest cheated on his paint scheme. There's already one of those in the game.
It was the winner from last year, so I went with it. But yeah, it was just too tight or whatever. So I mean, I had an equal or almost equal car to Sharp catch up with him at least, but I mean, it wasn't enough. I almost had it. Try to go back to back.
So, yeah. Is that all you got? I mean, the race had to be more eventful for you than that.
Not really. Just biding my time, really.
How hard was it to pass?
Very.
Yeah, you just had to get in the right lane and wait for somebody to either hit the glitch or mess up.
100%.
That high draft, I mean, I could go. There'd be 5 cars on the outside. I could get through to the third one if I was trying to pass them, and then they just go by and out. You can't do anything. Just had to take your time, wait on people.
The guy who arguably passed the most cars, though, is our third-place finisher of Big Jim. Man, that wreck in state in the first segment really messed with you. You managed to advance just barely after Braves went around there late in that one. Then you get messed over by inverts. You win stage 2 or segment 2 of the race, and you have to come back through the field. And then that late little kerfuffle lost you the draft of Sharp and Drunkfest. But that was really interesting to watch you drive back through the field 2 or 3 times, Jim.
Yeah, it was interesting in the race car as well. I had no idea I advanced into segment 2, so I was about to quit the game and just get offline for the night because I didn't know it was the top 14. I thought it was only the top 12. But yeah, I made it. The invert put me in second right to the outside of Sharp. I had obviously the super shifter, so I was able to get around him and lead a couple laps. But I was really testing the limits of that thing in both the first and third stages or segments, whatever you want to call them. I was trying the Larson line, and it bit me a couple times. That first one, I hit the weird glitch out of turn 2, turned me straight into the wall, and I launched into the air like a literal rocket ship. And the worst part was I just kept flipping. And I landed on my roof, so I lost like 10 seconds out of that exchange. If I was going to flip, I was hoping it was going to be a quickie, like I would just do like one barrel roll and land on my tires and be able to get going again. But we had to hope for Cope or somebody out there to wreck for us to advance in. But no, I'm pretty content with third. I know it's an all-star race, but there were a lot of times we had to come up back through the field. And I also want to say I'm really happy for Sharp. He definitely deserved that win, and that's possibly his final All-Star race. So good job, Paul.
I appreciate that, brother.
Butters, you got anything for the top 3 or Mike?
Yeah, I was going to give you guys a quick shout out. I mean, congratulations, Sharp. Like was mentioned before, you had an absolute rocket out there. You could put that car anywhere you wanted, and you were just playing some serious power moves out there for that one area where you actually started towards the back and you drove yourself back through the field. That was very impressive. So I just want to give a shout out to you. I want to give a shout to congratulations to Drunk for the night he had, being kind of running in that 4th, 5th sixth spot. Most of the night, just like you said, he was surviving. He was able to make his way to that up front in that last segment, and to be able to pull off that second. A couple times he had a good run on Sharp. I believe they ran a lap or two, maybe a lap or so, running side by side there a little bit. We thought maybe he was going to pull it off, but congratulations, Drunk. Big Jim, another hell of a run. Talking to you again in the booth. But yeah, just a strong night, guys. Great racing. Shout out to Mike and the whole gas team. Another dominant performance again. Those guys are probably one of the strongest teams year in and year out. But yeah, I just want to say good job, guys. I believe it was an awesome race. It was very enjoyable to broadcast and watch. And let's go on to the playoffs and keep putting on a good show.
And before the GAS guys step off here, I just want to say that was such tough luck for Picola. I felt like he had one of the top 3 cars in the race as well. So if y'all talk to him tonight, tell him that I feel bad for him because he had a piece there at the end too.
Now, let me tell you something. Piccolo's not even upset. He was just having a good time. So it's unfortunate what happened, but he had a good car and he still had a good time tonight. So
yeah, I think we all had a great time. It was more or less just let her rip and hope it stuck, because Homestead is a difficult track to drive. But at the end of the night, I mean, we all had a blast. I think everyone enjoyed themselves regardless of where they finished. I mean, it was. There was no pressure of trying to gain the most points or anything. It was, hey, either you're going to get it or, you're going to come up short. I mean, it's easy for me to say it after winning it, but at the same time, I wouldn't have been upset had Drunk come through and gotten it, because he would have been equally deserving of it. And, I want to thank you guys, as always, for putting the broadcast together. It's always fun for us to go back, watch it, see it from your perspective, and still stoked. I mean, this is... like I said, I mean, it's not a points paying race, as I mentioned, but it's an achievement in itself, and to represent, Gaz and Cobra, which I think is one of the better leagues that I've been a part of throughout my e-gaming career, that's saying something. So thank you guys, as always.
Yeah, I just make a quick comment. Like you said, Sharp, I made the comment there halfway through the race. I said, I guarantee you, the way this racing is, and as talented as you guys are out there, I know these guys are having a blast right now. So I could tell the way you guys are racing, and but yeah, like I said, it was super exciting to watch it.
But yeah, I wanna congratulate all these guys once again for their great runs tonight. Sharp for the win, Drunkfest second, Big Jim third. Great night for GAS as a team. So congrats to Mike on that there. As we prepare to wrap up our All-Star festivities here from Homestead in the Cobra E-Racing Series, I want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. We had a lot of fun tonight.
yeah, I've got one more thing I want to give a shout out. I haven't been in this booth all season, and probably won't be in this booth for the rest of the season the way it's been going. So if this is my last chance, I want to give a shout out to Chase Beatty. Buddy, I love you. I know you're going through it right now. I'm thinking about you, and prayers go out to you, man. Do what I can to put this 18 car in victory lane for you before the end of the season. So just thinking about you, man.
Word, yep. Excellent job. Well, that's about all I have, Clay.
Butters, I'll let you finish us off here.
All right, guys. So, well, I just want to thank everybody that joins in or is actually going to watch this later down the road. Thanks for checking out Cobra E-Racing Series. Like I said, next week we go into Kansas as our first race of our playoffs. We have 8 drivers that are very deserving of this run. Like I said, we went a little beforehand. We discussed our playoff drivers, but yeah, we're gonna close this out for tonight. Congratulations to everybody again tonight. It was an awesome show, and I want everybody to have a good night, a safe weekend, and hopefully we'll see you all back next Friday from Kansas. Good night, guys.
Thanks, guys.